Thank you very much. I'll see you next event. Happy New Year. I give you We Stand Tall 2010. Good night.
Words from a book show me the way to be free of the shadows of yesterday. With the price of that freedom we all must pay from now on. Joining together we held our ground, and we lifted our voices with mighty sound, and struck down the walls of darkness. We stood tall. We decided to take a stand to defend the rights of man. We stand tall, no turning back. We found the way. We stand tall, forever strong. We live on. We stand tall. Our victory is won for the rights of man. Echo and ring throughout the land, and bought for the price of freedom. We stand tall. Ooh, we stand tall, answering the call of a world in need. In the name of compassion and decency, fulfilling one's great legacy. We stand tall on behalf of humanity. We will fight to see men free. We stand tall, no turning back. We found the way. We stand tall, forever strong. We live on. We stand tall, from shore to shore and sea to sea, rising islands of hope and sanity. We've opened the doors to eternity, far and wide. In the light of a truly golden age, the renewal of life like fire rage. Scientology change forever, everywhere. Where the bridge began with one man, a new civilization stands. We stand tall, no turning back. We found the way. We stand tall, forever strong. We live on. We stand tall. Ooh, forever strong. Crossing the bridge at lightning speed, trained to perfection, guaranteed to the standard that we have all agreed. We stand tall. We now have a trust to forward on, to continue the work that was begun, and widen the path that we have won. We stand tall. The bridge will be here through eternity. The dream and the goal, now reality. Through the stars and beyond, it will stand for all time. So your legacy is secure. We have kept your vision pure. He stands tall, no turning back.
I hate so much that lady has like just absolute fucking pipes. Like, my God.
Right. But I don't know. The original, nothing can really beat the original for me.
Yeah, there's even like a parody of the original that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
So, before we get started with the thing we're talking about, first of all, welcome anybody on YouTube. If you're new to this channel, well then, I guess I'm sorry. I just want to, before we get started, talk about how stupid the YouTube comments are under anything we do about Scientology. Like, most of the comments are cool. Like, people are just being nice and being like, oh yeah, I just found you guys. Blah, blah, blah. I saw your blog, this and that, and I wish I would have found you earlier. But then you get dumbass shit like this. The comment says, did you realize hashtag ASL is sign language for the deaf, not the grifter Aaron Smith-Levin, again punching down classic cult behavior. Perhaps the punching down video Ian Rafalco did months ago, it was about Aaron Smith-Levin and Andrew Gold, would be a useful watch. Ian Rafalco, like, hasn't come on the show or whatever, but we're like friendly with Ian Rafalco. Ian Rafalco is cool. Like, Ian Rafalco is like, yeah, Andrew Gold is fucking hot garbage. Aaron Smith-Levin and Andrew Gold would be a. Oh, what happened there?
I need to mute this tab so that I can pull the chat out of it. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, this person is just dumb as fuck. It turns out that 3-letter acronyms, oftentimes, like, what if somebody's name was Chris Charles Peters? They'd be the CCP. What if it was Oliver Poindexter Pennyworth? Then they would be OPP. I'd be down with OPP. If that was my homie, I'd be down with OPP.
Jake Lloyd over in the YouTube chat. No, we are just getting started.
I mean, yeah, we had to postpone the beginning of the fucking YouTube stream because anytime there's a fucking cat anywhere, basically, in any of the videos we run, YouTube's like, you get a copyright strike. You get a copyright strike. So
fucking
we had to,
assholes.
Yeah, fuck YouTube. But so we're gonna go ahead, and here is Marilyn Honig from Coffee, Cults, and Crafts. This is what happened yesterday, which, oh man, look at all these dumb fucks. I don't even know who these two people. Okay, so this guy. Okay, so I know who. Okay, whatever. All right, let's just start this video. I fucking hate all these people, but we got to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube somehow.
Yeah.
Cats are notorious in protecting their IP. Cats and Joe Rogan are very litigious if you use their content. Oh, Aaron in the YouTube chat, I have no idea who Tony is. I mean, there's 9 of them, and only one of them is cool.
Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing? Good to see you all today.
Hey, I'm going to buy a really nice mic and sit as far away from it as possible and turn the gain up as much as I possibly can so that it sounds as much like my laptop mic as possible.
Oh, God.
Wow. Yes. Oh, sorry. Did you guys hear that? My other window's on. I leave so many windows up. This is crazy. So,
God, what do you think the desktop on her PC looks like?
See you all. Hey,
A fucking nightmare.
that was a lot. Yes, you already got me swearing. Yeah, it was. It was. And thank you all for everyone who was here. Everyone.
Oh, Devil EMS.
Yesterday. It was a long time coming. It was definitely very emotional for many of us. I'm sure for Half and Alan, they are the star players for this whole thing that happened yesterday. And I just have so much respect for them and admiration. And thank goodness that they came out, told their story with so much grace, not any bitterness or anger. They just laid it all out. And it really did my heart good to see so many of you in the chat. So many.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about right now, but I am going to email you. You just put your email on the screen.
And yeah, I was so glad. I mean, I had only watched it a few times, but I saw so many of you having your little reunions, and I'm just so glad. Hey, my chat's always open for that. I'm really, really glad. I really want
this person the entire time has been like, like just like fucking running interference for Aaron. you were saying the other night that like, and what you were saying was interesting because like this lady is not like a lovable person, right? Whereas Nora, you could see her as like a person that you think is kind of adorable. If she was not such a fucking horrible person, she'd be your weird lesbian neighbor that always has
but
weed.
Nora's married and has children. There's like,
I don't know what this person's marital status is.
oh, neither.
And just be open and be able to connect with others. So not in a culty way, I'm never going to ask you for any pictures or anything like that,
For any what?
And if you feel, and
What?
those are things I want to.
We tell people to send us pictures all the time, but it's just
lessons
like a hat
learned.
they bought.
Because,
Right.
hey, I was in a cult till I was 36 years old. And I've had to learn, I've even now, being the age that I am, have had to learn to look for pitfalls, to pull back when I need to. And I've made a lot of mistakes. So I think being in this space with so many people that have some background in coercive control, in culty behaviors and things that are that suck people in and control their minds and things, I think it's good for us to be able to help each other.
But you're not helping each other. None of you
I
are.
don't believe in this whole hush hush thing. You can't talk about it. You can't talk about it. And
I was told I couldn't talk about fucking Aaron for fucking years.
This experience at all.
I'm lucky. Luckily, we don't give a shit about stuff like that.
Mind you, that's only what people said publicly.
Certain things that I hate to use the word trigger because it's overused. Trigger word can be a trigger word, but there are certain words that were used in my upbringing.
Do you not have access to other vocabulary?
Depending on what circle she swims in, maybe not.
Right, because you could say, "Oh, this is upsetting to some people." There, you haven't used.
Maybe you
trigger.
maybe you just don't know a synonym for trigger. Synonym,
like a role.
Strict, I would say culty religious background. And there's certain words that were misused or overused. And one of them was grace. Grace I had to memorize all these scriptures and I still have some of it in my head. And I memorized the Greek and Hebrew lexicon because that's what the language is, that the Old Testament was written in Hebrew and the New Testament was written in
You don't speak Hebrew. Shut the fuck up.
And I can't remember. I probably can't even pronounce the word for grace in Hebrew. But I remember in Greek it was something like charis. So it was like derivative of charity is like.
Oh shit! Now it's
word.
fucking linguistics
Charis or
class.
something like that. So, anyways. What we always learned was it was meaning like giving somebody like a pass. Being the way I think of it now is like being a doormat. Like, oh, give grace. And it meant in the literal sense.
Oh, I'll go post on Blue Sky.
Unmerited favor.
Wait, give grace doesn't mean be a doormat. Like, I mean, yeah, if you're in like certain like high control evangelical circles and they're telling women to like give grace to the men in the church, sure. But generally, even for people who aren't religious, if you're like, oh, I need a little bit, I'd appreciate a little bit of grace on this. Like when I was dealing with the nightclub, they're like, oh, we'd appreciate a little bit of grace on the money side. We're just starting up. We'll be able to give you something, but they didn't mean that I'm a doormat, right? They said, hey, we can't offer you what you're worth, and we'd appreciate a little bit of basically benefit of the doubt going forward here.
Yeah. A little bit of patience and faith,
or just yeah.
Unmerited
faith doesn't always have to have a religious connotation.
License blank check.
That's good because that fucking nightclub is a nice place and they could just be like $1,500 bar guarantee. So they're giving people grace by not telling the promoters that shit too.
The way it was said,
I'm one follower away from 150 on Blue Sky. Come on, one of you fucks.
Song "Amazing Grace," how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I found. Was blind, but now I see. And that's a beautiful song. A lot of people get a lot of meaning and comfort from it, but it also was misused in my circle as like, you are this horrible person and you're worth nothing. And God is having grace. He had unmerited favor. You're worthless without God.
Is she an atheist now, do you think? I mean, I'm not getting atheist vibes off of her, but
can be healthy and can be like, think of it as and I hate to use the word narcissist, but a narcissistic or abusive behavior is like almost like painting God like a narcissist, right? Which if he,
I mean, have you read the Bible?
What he is, but, or she, or
God's kind of a petty
whatever.
bitch. The first one is like, "Thou shalt have no other gods but me." I mean, petty if nothing else.
It's almost like opening yourself up to groveling at somebody, and they're like, "I own you," right? And so when I hear "give grace," that is what comes to my mind. And I know that's not what people mean. They just mean make an allowance. You know, people have had a hard background or whatever. Make an allowance, and I totally get that.
You have 150 followers now on Blue Sky.
Yeah, my thumbnail. I did include a picture of
what is it? Blue Sky. What is it?
And Nora did yesterday, and Nora and I have a rocky past. She's called me a bunch of times, but there's something.
Oh, if you just go tell people Blue Sky, the media wench, they can find you.
Better that I feel.
Oh, there we go.
I do have. I do have like a soft spot for her, and I do have grace for her. And, you know, I would like her to apologize, but there's certain people.
Thank you, Devil.
We have no soft spot for No Show Nora. She's terrible.
Well, I mean, I have a soft spot for No Show Nora because I think that she's easily manipulated. And I think that maybe some self-awareness in that aspect of her personality, she would be able to put up better fucking walls and more quickly recognize behaviors in other people who are trying to take advantage of that in her.
Good intentions. And something about Nora is she has the activist heart, and sometimes it's a little misguided, but I can relate to her in that way. Doesn't excuse. I'm a little bit pissed about her saying things about Feral Cheryl because I love her, but I
don't even know who I remember Feral Cheryl. Oh, these people are all fucking. If she said something negative about some anti-Scientologist, she's probably right.
You may not even know who I'm talking about, but yeah, I just wanted to bring that up about grace, and it only goes so far. And so when I hear platitudes like, you know, we're moving towards love, we're moving towards compassion, we're doing this, we're doing that. I did not see that on the lifeboat. What I tuned in for like literally.
Oh, this lady's a fucking Trumper? I didn't clock that about her at all. I clocked like fucking like suburban I'm still with her about Hillary Clinton with this lady. That was like sort of what I clocked.
Ooh.
More annoying than a Trumper, but not worse. She might even be fucking pilled. Really? Uh-oh.
And that's all it could take. And hearing Tommy, you know, trying to twist what the receipts that were shown yesterday, saying that we turned our phone. I didn't even have my phone on me. Maybe I had it over here on the desk. So it wasn't a phone. It's just, these people are lapping it up. Like I would like them to see.
Like it's a mobile handheld computer that I can make telephone calls on.
I would like you all to go over there. And, my new friend Knife Hoarder said, I encourage people to go over to the lifeboat. I do too. Look for yourself.
Oh, that Knife Hoarder guy's hella fucking funny.
Guys.
He's a little extra. Like, I don't think we'd really like, he doesn't seem racist or like, and you know, no problems. He's just a little extra, but he's pretty funny. If you've never watched some fucking Knife Hoarder videos, it's pretty funny the way he goes after these people. That reminds me a touch of Justin in some ways.
Last night, yesterday afternoon and last night, in the comments of my video, it was more.
Feral Cheryl sounds like a nickname Trump would give somebody.
No, seriously, that's true as fuck.
Oh, fuck, that is pretty funny.
It was mostly like, thank you for doing this. Thank you to Alan and Hef. And I know they were reading the comments and replying to people. And funny though, this morning, first thing, and I'm willing to bet it's because of a post that was put on Reese's Pieces or whatever on Facebook. People decided that
I'm sorry. Is her Facebook group called Reese's Pieces?
I don't know.
I know there's a gothic sex worker on Facebook who may or may not exist that might join that.
Well,
group.
that's fine. But some of them were like, I'm not watching this and shame on you. And I'm like, okay, well, why are you coming over to tell me you're not going to watch it, but you don't agree with it, and shame on me and you're disappointed in me? Why don't you watch it and then say you're disappointed in me, and I'll accept it. I'll accept it. But if you want to call my friends a liar, and that's not cool.
My
And
friends, by that she means the people who
so
came on her YouTube
you're not
channel.
willing.
Right?
That's another thing about culty behavior is the unabandoned trust that you give somebody without even thinking on your own. That's not okay. That's bad. I feel sorry for the people that are coming over and being like, Reese is great. She wouldn't do that. She's a great person. I'm like, I'm not saying she's not. And you know what? They're still welcome, to be in my chat. I'm not.
If these guys spend as much time talking about Scientology as they spend talking about each other, they might have
Now they're in their chat. That's what they do.
they might be getting somewhere.
I was saying that like on the weeks where we do like an hour or a little more of Scientology TV, we probably talk more about Scientology than any of these fucking people do.
Yeah.
And they have and they're mods that go and scrub the internet and look for people that are in each other's chats. Yesterday I had people in my chat.
We got people in our chat being like, "Oh, I saw such and such a person in Rhizome's chat," and I'm like, "That's cool."
Talk shit about, but as long as they don't talk about shit about me or my friends in my chat, then I'm fine with that. And it's funny that people that want to say that
you can definitely talk shit about us and our colleagues in the chat. We don't care.
We don't care.
Aaron, it's not true, because if I was, I wouldn't have some people in my chat. But
so that's interesting. Is that Weebit 510? Scientology is a shell of its former self, but don't worry. There's just all these people that they're just fucking obsessed with each other now.
It's becoming less and less of a thing.
And I'm sure he's never told me, now it sounds like I'm defending him, but honestly, he hasn't, and he wouldn't. So I wouldn't let him. So I feel like anybody who just automatically says you're guilty or you're wrong by association,
like you start a new school and the only person that'll sit with you at lunch is this person.
And
they just fucking telling you about everybody.
She has really good friends that still watch Reese, and she's fine with that. Now, is that reciprocated? I don't think so, because
listen, friends, I don't give a fuck who you watch.
Yesterday, and
if you see something extra crazy on someone else's channel, though, make sure you send it our way.
Yeah. Give us a link. Pull us a clip.
I can guarantee you that they'll get shit from the powers that be over there, that they shouldn't be.
The powers that be over where?
Trash. Because that's what we all are, right, guys? Trash.
What up, Mrs. J?
Anyways, that was my little
your favorite.
So I just want to get your feedback and talk about.
I think this lady might be the most fucking outside of maybe Pearl Snappy, who actually seems to have seen the errors of her ways and apologized for some of the stuff she's doing, which is fucking fantastic. I think she's the worst. This lady right here is the worst of all of them.
Yeah.
Leaving Aaron out of it, of course. The worst of Aaron's orbiters is this one, because she does this thing where she acts like she's all caring and kind and wants to help everybody. No, she doesn't.
Thing mischief managed. I stole her from Susie today. Hi, sweetie.
What?
I wanted to get your feedback.
Virtual kidnapping.
She's starting questions. Thank you so much. And please don't forget, Mischief, if you can put it in the chat, that'd be amazing. If you can put the link to Susie's stream with.
Who the fuck is Susie? More of these anti-Scientology people just keep popping out of the fucking woodwork.
I'm gonna do a follow-up today, and
one named Casey or Caleb or one of those kind of names that I just found out about today.
She has been affected by this as well, so I hope she shares her heart and gets feedback from them, and they're good friends too. So I'm
oh no, not you.
I'll be helping out with that modding and stuff. She gave me a wrench, so I'm excited. But yeah, I'll be there too, and just follow. If you can even go over and hit the subscribe and the bell, it'll tell you when she's on. So that would be great. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that, because I think it's good for.
I think these people might need to meet the fake Madison Star Moon. Could Madison Star Moon chemtrail pill all these people?
Marilyn is going
probably.
It's my day off, and I haven't seen a complete live show in weeks. Oh, awesome! I haven't been on as much. I'm going to try to be on more, but JoJo, just wish Reese would accept.
I'm trying to be on more, and then I'm like, fuck it.
Oh, this is great. Just wish Reese would accept that she's in it for the dollar and no one would mind. Grown adults can chuck money at her. What do you what do you think coffee cults and I mean, I'm doing it too, but we're
having fun doing this. That's a big fucking difference, man. Like, these people are in continuous like drama with each other, and they have to keep that shit going because you can only talk about like so much Scientology and it gets fucking repetitive.
Right, we ran into that. Do you remember when we had to change Thursday Scientology night to cults and the Satanic
We're
Panic?
gonna run out of content.
Yeah.
And we can't keep watching fucking Voices for Humanity and meet a Scientologist. It'll melt your brain.
And the other problem I think we ran into, I think it was when we first started to not like Aaron, was that like if we did look for new Scientology videos in the last week, the zone was so fucking flooded with his videos that you couldn't even find. Like if there was something, it would be almost impossible to find. It would be buried.
Right. So in order to keep their circle going and to keep their audience engaged, they have to keep in conflict with each other. Again, it's the same thing with Betty and Malibu and that fucking dank dude and all that stuff and all that drama that just. But it's not wrong though, right? You're like, why do you follow this? And I'm like, I'm learning how these things work. And it has proved useful over the years because now we see that shit like, oh, here we go again. Here we go again. Here we go again.
Right. The the chemtrail people tried to do it, but they sucked at it so bad. They couldn't even drama farm each other. Because
they tried to do too many IRL things. And these people are just happy with doing everything online. They don't have to get that involved. They sure as hell act like they're that involved, though.
Chuck money at her. If they like, yeah, just be honest about it, and don't attack people that are stating the obvious,
Yeah, irate.
About their relationship.
Nobody on this channel thinks that we're solving the world. We're just watching it burn. Yep.
And by having a monetized channel up, aren't you already admitting that you're at least partially in it for the money? I don't know what the fuck's the problem here. This is dumb.
Thing, all the stuff that was shown yesterday, it was like that in itself, like people, I think that certain words like gaslighting, like grace, are misused and overused so much that they.
Oh, that clip where I said, "What's the gaslighting version of just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're not after you?" Every once in a while, man. Every once in a while, I say something smart.
Like just because I'm telling you you're crazy doesn't mean you're not.
Right.
Anything anymore, but that is gaslighting. When you're doing something obvious and then you're telling people, pay no attention. Really? Oh, you're crazy.
That's not really what gaslighting doesn't mean. That gaslighting means just doing whatever, like when you're acting in an abusive or a manipulative way towards somebody, doing or saying things to make them question their own perception of what's going on. It's not saying one thing and doing another. That's called hypocrisy.
Yeah, that's just being a hypocrite.
I'm not doing that while you're doing it.
No, that's just called lying. Your kids aren't gaslighting you when you catch them doing something. They said, I didn't do it. Your kids are not gaslighting you.
No, that's just lying.
Imagine she's like to like a 5-year-old. Now, don't be gaslighting mommy.
It's just crazy. That's crazy. Not you. Jojo, they better not start on Marilyn as to my mind. She's done nothing wrong. She just wants to help the second gens. Thank you, Jojo. I appreciate that.
The second gens, these people, what they mean is second generation Scientologists, right? They mean people born into the cult. But in this case, it's also a proxy for age. I think it's second gen Scientologists who are generally like millennials through like elder millennials and some Gen X.
So is she a second gen and that's why she specializes in them?
I think so.
That would make sense.
I said, I think it's almost always like, it's a proxy for age because Mike Rinder was second gen, but Mike Rinder is closer to Mike Rinder's older than us. I don't know if he's like elder Gen X or younger boomer. I think he was younger baby boomer, but he was still a second generation Scientologist. But they didn't include him in that because the reason is not because he's a second generation Scientologist. It's just fucking age.
Yeah.
Oh, Wise Beard Man is Mark Bunker.
but I really try to be self-aware. And yeah, I do care. I know that, especially with Hef and Allen, what they've been through, and so many of their
Who the
friends.
fuck are Hef and Allen?
I'm here.
Dude.
I'm here for the long haul, and I'm here to do.
Are they just fucking? Do they have like a fucking machine somewhere that just spits out new anti-Scientology YouTubers? They're fucking.
I feel like it.
Fucking like. There's like a fucking. There's somebody's running one of those fucking master classes on how to be an anti-Scientology YouTuber.
Whatever I can to help, and yeah, I'm gonna give.
Oh, Marilyn is not. Is she? Is she even a former Scientologist? I mean, I don't give a fuck.
Is she a never in?
Like, I don't. Like, I also don't like the way that this community sort of stack ranks people, almost in a way. Like, it's weird. Like the first generation, second generation, never in. Like, these things might be kind of important. Like, if you're talking to somebody, oh, I didn't even know. Were you a member of the cult, or you just become interested in it through for another reason? That's like a reasonable interview question, but like, it's not a reasonable like marker for your like identity as a public figure. I don't think.
That haven't had a voice. And that's what I said yesterday about the whole thing that bothers me the most about it is the power dynamic and the power differential of it all. And if people want to still support that, that's fine. But it doesn't mean that we you know what, no matter what content creation community you're in, if there's a group chat or like if y'all are fucking DMing people, somebody's eventually DMing somebody their dick without permission.
Yep.
It's just it's I've seen like fucking. There was like this leftist Twitter group chat that I left because I was like, well, fucking Matt Binder, Zach Patrizio just dipped. I'm like, well, I mean, that's kind of the only reason I was here. So then I left, and then like fucking like later we found out that people in that group chat were sending like dick pics and shit. I don't know if like, you know, maybe Matt Binder and Zach Patrizio were out like ahead and knew that before I did, but it turned out that like that's what people were sending each other dick pics or whatever, you know.
So I have that one Instagram that's got like 12,000 followers left on it still. But I used to be involved in like that whole online like pet community. And the
the fishtagrammers were not sending dick pics, were they?
Dude, a fishtagrammer sent me a dick pic.
I'm just telling you, dude, that fucking like don't fucking by the way, there are people out there who want to see your dick. I'm not a prude about that shit. I have a Twitch channel.
I'm not either. I wasn't even really offended. But I was just like, whoa, here too?
Right. Like, I'm not a prude about that shit. I have a Twitch channel. A lot of people hate me, so I don't send nude pictures of myself to fucking nobody.
No. I would never do that. But I'm like, it was the most random thing. And it was luckily, it was a very nice peen. Otherwise, it would have been more of a problem. But just out of nowhere, just wow. You're
like, hello and hell no.
It would have been really funny if they would have showed it next to their fish. That would have been comedy.
You know, and there's another thing I was thinking of today is it's not my job or your job or anyone's job to change people's minds. Right? Because you can't change them. Hell, listen, I've been married for almost 28 years.
It's not that you can't. We've changed people's minds. We've like nudged people in the right direction. It's just that you're not going to change everyone's mind, and you're not going to do it like with the tactic she's using.
And I wouldn't want to mostly.
Rio in the YouTube chat says that she's a never in, but was adopted into a Gothard family. Her family died in a fire. She was little and put into the system. She has a couple of interviews about her story. But she left her cult as an adult.
Oh, so okay.
But yeah, I mean.
Also, she clearly drives a cabriolet Beetle, but the newer model.
That's culty. If you're trying to change someone and change their mind and brainwash them, no, you just present the evidence.
Wait, it's not culty. Trying to change someone's mind is not culty, and it's very different than what we talk about at brainwashing. You're trying to persuade somebody of something because you think it's right and you think that them being wrong maybe is detrimental to them, or even it's just fucking annoying you.
Well, like marketing is trying to persuade people.
That's like, but there's ways in which marketing is culty, but I know what you're saying. Yeah. And her video, she's trying to persuade people, right?
Yeah. We're trying to
model healthy
persuade people.
behavior, and as much as you
But that's
can,
just either A, give us money, or B, laugh at
they'll
things.
see that and maybe they'll think, if they don't, that's okay. Yay, you tried, you did your best, right?
Like magic, we get 10 bits.
So it takes a while too.
It's just so people can see the baby throw money.
Patience, like if somebody who's in a cult or an abusive relationship, or even that's following a channel and giving all their money when you're worried about them, just instead.
I'm worried about anybody giving Aaron Smith-Levin money.
Like, I can't believe it, or just being tolerant. I think that says a lot. And then even
she talks a lot about like tolerance and even grace. And somebody in the chat earlier said that she's a Trumper, and that would be predictable in some ways.
Yeah.
But I'm still, a lot of y'all have spent a lot more time watching this person than I have, but just pure vibes based, I'm telling you, fucking shitlib.
Doesn't happen overnight. I believe it does happen, because I read the statistic, and it was very encouraging to me that most people.
I believe JUCO.
Yeah, JUCOs. Yeah.
Cults or MLMs or culty behavior or abusive relationships, they eventually 95% of them eventually get out of it. So that's really encouraging, and it's not necessarily on my timeline or your timeline, but I feel like if I care enough about
everything's happening on somebody's timeline.
Give them grace, right? And it's up to me, and it's up to you who we give grace to. Because to be guilted into giving grace to somebody, that's not really grace.
I don't know. You could be guilted into cutting somebody a little bit of slack. You could, and they might be just using that tactic because they deserve to be cut a little slack, and that's the only thing that's on you.
Right.
But all this is kind of irrelevant too, though, because like one of the things that you hammer on with these people, they don't know each other. These aren't people's friends.
No.
They might have gone to Florida to like watch Aaron Smith-Levin get drunk and hopefully not get into a bar fight.
Like maybe watch some fucking Trump boat sink in the fucking ocean.
That's obligation, and we don't
have
do
a joint
obligation. What's that little acronym about guilt and obligation? I can't remember. I'm sure one of you know what it is. Hey, Anna from Canada. So glad you're here. Hello, Marilyn and chiming in. Awesome. Glad you're here. Hey, Laurie Sue, Craig Clem. I'm not sure how to pronounce. I'm sorry.
I should go open some windows.
I'm at a loss as to why anyone might still believe Jeff was abusive simply because Marisa said so. This woman has a history of telling people what she wants them to believe over what is actually true. Alan and Hef learned this the hard. Oh, there's part to it. Okay, there we go. Alan and Hef learned this the hard way, and unfortunately,
My God, these people. Who the fuck are Alan and Hef?
I hope that
I don't know
others to come forward and empower themselves.
You know what? At this point, I'm not learning who any more of these people are. I don't care. I don't give a fuck.
Empty threats. And I think we've seen this over and over and over. And of course, this is extreme.
If any of them become something that should end up in our orbit, somebody will tell us.
Cassie blew the whistle on Diddy. I mean, of course, this is not even compared to that, but
I'm sorry, somebody's calling themselves Heifer.
It does.
I call myself a winch.
One person does it, starts the ball rolling. It's like a domino effect. And I've been saying this over and over till I'm blue in the face, guys. There's strength in numbers. So it's like, okay, well, you can't come after all of us, and
we're coming after all of you.
Can.
Really?
Yeah, we
all at once.
It was insane. I woke up to threats, 2 emails.
I would join a Zoom call with all of you and embarrass you one by one.
And they were threats. They were blackmail. And luckily, I'm so
you were not blackmailed.
boring.
Shut the fuck
there was
up.
Nothing he has on me. And if he does, I'm just like, well, you know what? My kids are in their 20s and they're fine. They love me.
Oh, I hope so.
Like I've already talked to all of them today already. So it's like, come on, guys, just ridiculous. I think he was just rolling the dice. And a lot of these people that are like egomaniacal, I'll say that word, they just get kind of big for their britches and think that they pushed enough people around. They think they can push around Mama Bear, but no, I push.
Oh yeah, she's a Sarah Palin Republican.
And today. You can see it. Mama bear. It's shiny. But yeah, I hesitated and I was like, you know what? I'm going to put this asshole on blast. And I'm glad I did because
people that
confirmed to me.
I wonder if any of these people were saying we don't give a fuck about her in our YouTube fucking chat right now.
That is a threat. Oh my God.
We're going to push and push and push. You will always back up.
A real-time example of if he is able to do that in semi-public, because I put it on, but it was my business. It was my Coffee Cults and Crafts email. I put it on there on my community page. And if he does that to a content creator, saying I don't talk about content creators, which is bullshit, but if he's willing to do that, what is he doing to vulnerable people that
well, they're not publishing their email.
Any of these guys say they don't talk about content.
Like you fucking, what do you mean? If you publish your email and he emails you something, he fucking emails you something. What do you mean regular people? Regular people don't fucking publish their email anywhere.
No.
Is claiming to be helping. And
well, you're all doing that.
My eyes were burning.
They're all doing that, and all they're doing is talking about each other.
I mean, if we're helpful to people, it's like in that they're able to like notice patterns of behavior across different groups from like engaging in our content. But that's not like really us doing anything other than what we're already doing. That's actually somebody picking up on something themselves from
right.
what we're watching.
It's like I don't go into, like, I didn't talk to Malibu thinking that I was going to help her. I didn't talk to Betty thinking that I was going to help her.
You just ended up helping Betty.
I'm just going to fucking talk at you and you're going to pick up whatever it is that you're going to pick up. And if you fucking start thinking about the things that I'm saying and maybe it gives you a little bit of self-awareness, you pull yourself out of whatever fucking rabbit hole you got yourself in, then that's just a bonus, you know?
So Alan and Hef are relatable Reese's old moderator. Like who the fuck? What do you mean old moderator? What do you get fired?
They did a mod recall and
that was actually the funniest idea we had. We ended up not doing the mod recall.
Recall all the mods.
Just because we didn't have enough, like if we had a staff, I'd have 2 people on the mod recall tomorrow because that's very funny, right? We could have people like, if we had $33,000 a month, we could like do like a government sponsored election where everybody gets $100 to like buy ads and propagandize on their own behalf to keep their mod status.
That would be funny.
And watching.
Our mods are going to turn on us too.
Oh my God, that happened.
No, I love it when the mods fucking turn. When you start seeing them, like it's me usually, right? All the people with the wrench are like, Dave. It's like, oh shit, maybe I'm doing something stupid right now. It's been a while.
Oh my God. Yeah. What? Are you serious? I paid for his layer. No, I did. It's like when people start comparing notes, it's like, wow.
Yeah, Mrs. J is a mod on the Twitch and not even the YouTube, which is amazing. Should probably give Mrs. J the mod on the YouTube. They hate people that fucking
95%.
Like I only have Mrs. J as a mod, so I
don't think I'm even a mod on our YouTube.
Oh, I think you are.
Fun is the breakup with Tommy. Is there another breakup?
Oh yeah, I have to be.
But yeah, I mean, there's been a few of them, and
Redacted has given Berkworms a sub. Very nice.
Lori, again, you have a lot of wisdom. I'll read your.
I'm also hoping that'll bribe you into possibly making some coffee.
Oh, you weren't talking to us.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm getting Darkly to make some coffee.
Victimized that have anything to hide or fear. 100%. The only 2 that knowingly perpetrated crime after crime are, okay, I'm not going to say their name.
Are Flouse and who the fuck are Flouse?
Flouse and Klaus.
Flaccid and Limp. If it said Flaccid and Limpy, I'd fucking fall down.
One of them got attacked by a tiger last year. It's crazy.
Oh, that's really weird because Jamie Mustard spent a lot of time talking about your stress response from being attacked by tigers when he was grifting those shots.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, we don't name call here, but now I see why Mrs. Minutes didn't start it. They have a lot to lose.
Lady, this is like me saying that I don't fucking name call. Get the fuck out of here. I don't name call here. she means she literally doesn't call anyone a poopy head, right? Like she means like a childish version of name calling.
I thought you were nice, but you're a bigot. I didn't know that. Fuck you.
That call to Dan was great.
Eyes are kind of. Yeah, I think.
Ooh,
The
I
first
wonder if
part
I
of
can put
it,
that up on YouTube or
I'm
if
glad
it'll
I
get
read
taken down.
because, yeah, they have nothing to hide, nothing to fear, and yeah. Hey, Knife Hoarder, you're here, hey, buddy. This was like 20 minutes ago.
Wait a minute, wouldn't Knife Hoarder, is he making videos about the fucking relatable Reese? I thought, yeah, he's making videos about relatable Reese. These people, Knife Hoarder, get away. No, Knife Hoarder, I thought you were funny and cool. Knife Hoarder, get away from, stay away from all of these people. Knife Hoarder, you seem cool. You should check his stuff out. Like I said, way like not edgy, but like just like a kind of like, I don't know, call it. My cosmopolitan bias doesn't like his kind of humor, that kind of thing, right? Where I'm a city boy, but he's funny and he seems nice. And I think he like, it's part of his content is about how he like was incarcerated and got out and is like doing better now and stuff. And it's like really, and he talks shit on the ex-Scientology people. So if you hear this, stay away from her, actually. Stay away from her. Stay away from all these people. Don't even fucking make friends with us. You're doing great.
Oh, hopefully you're still here. Oh yeah, Den rules. Yeah. Also, don't make your own. Oh, jeez. I'm busted. So some people are new here, so you're gonna have to hear all these stories.
Our tea is never microwaved. Our tea is always fresh brewed.
Mm-hmm.
The tea. We will
Loose leaf fucking tea.
We will go to Suju's to buy tea to spill.
The gunpowder
I was
kind.
busted by the UK police, the English,
You mean the bobbies?
the British. What do you call the police there?
The bobbies, no.
Because
The
I was microwaving
hip hip cheerio. It's
my
the police.
water, and I've
Lady,
got
they call them the
nice
police.
Yorkshire tea, and yeah. So so people like pitched in. Griff story here. People pitched in and got me a little thing for my tea. So
A teapot?
So there was like
A
something.
little, yeah. I could put one of those on my Amazon wish list and just beg for it and be like, I'm not even hitting play on this video until one of you buys that for me. And then
One
we
of
would
those
just
instant hot water ones like we have.
but then we would just sit here and nobody would buy me the teapot, and this would be the worst stream ever.
Is it Kettlegate? We called it. So
Speaking of which, I do have an Amazon wish list, and there are things on it.
Tattle. Yeah. Oh, you did? Me too.
I bought one of those little kinetic ball things for my desk, and now I'm never going to get any work done.
He already made 2 videos today. He's prolific. Oh my God. I can't. Oh, he's so funny. Hey, that's how he expresses himself. It's art. Mark Turry, I watched half of Aaron and Nora's video. It was interesting. Yeah, you know, it's funny.
You know what, Mark? We got through about half of it as well. No, wait,
Well,
we
it's
skipped.
because we skipped a big old chunk. Yeah.
We were doing a stream yesterday for better part of almost 4 hours. It went for a long time because we did a little chatting. We showed some receipts. They
Like
told us
what receipts? Like receipts for the things you bought with your fucking super chat
stories,
money?
and then
Like
we did
Ross
a whole
receipts?
Q&A section. So
I get the feeling
CVS receipts.
I get the feeling she feels embarrassed to go to Ross.
I was, and I'm getting all these texts like, Aaron and
I love
Nora live,
Ross.
and-
Ross is the
and
shit.
talking about you and all this. And I was like, what? And then I tuned in.
Depends where you live.
They were laughing and they seemed fine. So I was like, that's done my heart good. And the people were like, no, Marilyn, no, it's not.
I was very disappointed in the one in Las Vegas.
I see the chat and being kind of hard on Nora. And I was like, you know what? I think Natalie did a good.
It's like 3 floors and it's kind
She
of
did a good
shit.
synopsis of it today. She's much more charitable and graceful than I would be. I'd just be like, I can't believe, especially when people talk shit.
Wait,
about my
so do you think that fucking she thinks that Aaron and Nora did that to like just to take viewers away from her stream? Because that's some fucking Madison. That's fucking who is that? That's fucking
Raphael O'Neal
yeah,
shit.
fucking total Raphael O'Neal shit. Now she didn't say that. That's just speculation from the chat.
But I hope they did.
But like the other thing is like if I notice that someone else that like one of our homies, if I just go check I'm just wondering, I'm like, oh, things are a little slow. Who's gonna raid me? And I go check, and one of our homies like has like 5 times as many viewers as they do. I'm not like they took my viewers. I might say they took my viewers, but no, fucking good for them. Good for them.
friend Farrell. Feral Cheryl. But
fucking VC archives, her audience tripled essentially in like a couple months, it seems like, and good for her. Fuck yeah.
I was watching VC archives until 3:00 in the morning yesterday.
She's great. Her channel's fucking excellent, and she
found a VHS rip of Needful Things that had an additional hour added into it. And I tried to make it all the way through, and I fucking didn't. So I ended up finding the rest of the movie and watching the rest of it this morning.
Also, just for the record, as we lost, Hildebeest is a returning guest, returning champion. I think fucking VC Archives is now the returning champion. Because I do the same thing to her. I'm just like, if I don't make fucking Joni fucking crack up laughing at least twice, then this is a garbage show no matter how much money we make or how many viewers we get.
Yeah. I think it's a start, and I give props.
Oh, her merch guy, I fucking helped her out a little bit at the beginning, but then I realized you don't need my help. But she's on fourth wall.
He was willing to sit down and listen to.
Well, Hildebeest, she just doesn't stream anymore.
Even if you don't agree, and like you can even just say, "I never want to talk to you again." But I think that it's a lot less stressful if there can be a truce, especially in people that have been known each other for 30 years. And I can tell they still do it.
I don't think they really knew each other at Scientology, Aaron and Nora. I think they were both in Scientology, and the paths may have like crossed like by being in the same zip code on the same day at one point or some shit. Like, I don't think they really knew each other.
They're not on the same level. It doesn't even matter to me anyways, because Nora spent how many years in the RPF? 3 years in the RPF? 3 years in the RPF. Yeah,
the jail within the jail. Like if you, and I believe her. She wasn't saying that for clout. She was like explaining something else.
And Aaron just like hars his way through. Like, oh, I did some auditing and I avoided joining the Sea Org for as long as I possibly could. And that is not the same experience in Scientology. Nora is. This is also why I give her a lot of latitude, because like we cannot comprehend the things that she experienced in Scientology, because it's way different. It's way fucking different. And also I think that's probably one of the reasons why, it's so difficult to find, realize, analyze, and shed those habits that Scientology drills into you. And that affects a lot of ways that you interact and your personal relationships play out. Aaron doesn't really have a whole lot of excuses. And he really, 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 really leans on that. What's true for you is what's true bullshit. And that is like some deep Scientology fucking bullshit.
Is that what's true is what's
he
true
uses
for you?
that. Yeah, he uses that as a crutch and an excuse to do shitty things.
And that stuff is sort of spread by some of the other internet ghouls that we look at, and
right.
So he that's how he ended up fucking probably like maybe not Rick Wiles so much, but that fucking Alex Stein 99 or Andrew Gold, or even having gone on the Jordy Pete show. I think
right.
he like that sort of mindset, that sort of like, I think it's almost arrogant to think that it's only true if it's true for you.
Oh, but he's an arrogant fuck, so it totally tracks. But also, like, when Nora was trying to get him to understand how making himself the president of an organization brings with it a certain level of respect and a certain, like, you're at a certain crux of, like, where you need to, you're representing an organization that's supposed to be charitable. You're supposed to be helping people who are severely traumatized and are leaving a cult. And this is something that you are saying that you are an expert on, and you've done 2 or 3 different foundations. Now so by this point, you should know what the fuck you're doing, and that calling yourself the president of this organization brings with it, like, you are putting forth that you are you're the head, you're the top, you're the peak of this organization. And in his case would be the big giant head, but the fucking head of this organization. And being the biggest channel who is involved with that organization and also calling themselves the president of it, that even being outside of that circle would assume that that person is the leader and also kind of guides and moves this entire community in which direction, whatever that it should go in.
Right. Like it's even Nora tried to explain that to him.
That's what I'm saying. She tried to explain that to him, and then he went in on the, well, what's true for me is what's true, and I don't think that. Well, you don't think that. Congratulations, but that just makes you wrong.
Right. I too would like to think that I'm not responsible for some of my more horrible actions, possibly in a more profound way as a public figure. Like if I do a bunch of bad shit, like I too would like to think that I'm not like disappointing a community of people who fucking like, yeah, of course. And I too like don't want to think that I'm now putting people in a position where they have to defend behavior they might not otherwise be, because I don't want to believe that about what me and what I'm doing. And yeah, of course.
Right.
I mean, I'm just the president. Why are you not? Why are you acting like I speak for the fucking SPTV Foundation? What are you talking about? Yeah, it's all, oh man.
Level, don't tell them I said this, but I think they both really do care about each other deep down. But
that's just a really convenient thing about Scientology to take with you outside of Scientology and try to use it against other people. Is that what's true for you is true for
my opinion. I do see a difference between,
because that's different than saying, hey, I don't exactly see it the same way that you do, and here's why.
Right.
What happened with Nora and Aaron, and what's happening with Reese and Tommy is they're doubling and tripling down. They don't want any feedback, and they don't want to give anybody an inch, and they're not.
What do you think happens if we reach out to her for an interview? Is she gonna fucking say all the mean stuff?
Oh, I would probably pull like a maskless Moses on her and just be like,
self-aware. They're just like, how?
Ask, don't give any information, just set up a date and a time and then see if this person does enough fucking research to either figure out who I am or doesn't, and then if they cancel, they did.
Can you choose people? Sorry.
Or they didn't initially. They agreed and then we're like, uh-oh.
The way you do, and then say,
that's what Nora did.
We're moving towards love. We're being kind and compassionate. It's like, be kind. It's free. Well, it's not free over there, that's for sure. But yeah, I think
it's not always easy to be kind, but yeah, it's free.
I like to see them talking. Maybe, it could be 10 steps forward, 5 steps back. It could be 5 steps forward, 10 steps back. I don't know. But I think for the most part, I think that was a positive thing all in all. It did get feisty and spicy, but I only saw the last, I think, hour of it. And then I rewound and saw like the first maybe hour and a half. So I missed the middle part, but I didn't.
Oh, that's the only part we saw.
Think about me so far, but it's okay. I mean, it's been worse. There's been worse said about me, I'm sure. Oh, hey, Tony. Good to see you. Hey, Lexi Ann. Hello. Hey, Kim.
I've always hated this bringing up individual chats up onto this. Like either show your chat or don't show your chat.
Yeah.
Davey, hey there. Good to see you. Stace. Grimace. I'll just put that up there.
Stace looks like one of our fake accounts.
Yeah.
Hey, Sophie. Good to see you.
What if one of our fake accounts was just brighter?
Under and over. You're in New Zealand. Morning, Marilyn, watching while I have breakfast. Awesome. Good morning. Good to see you. Oh, okay. Cool. It was disgusting. I lost all respect for you, Marilyn. Okay. Can you?
Why did you respect her in the first place? I mean, welcome to the club, twin mom 32. But Jesus Christ, how could you not watch this immediately and be like, "What the fuck is this?" Like,
specify which part.
God, if we already had that experience on YouTube. Somebody's like, "You lost a subscriber." It just pops in. Bye.
Which part was disgusting?
Like, bitch, you're lucky our YouTube is even still here.
I'm not trying to gang up on you, but
be happy we're here for you to hate and unsubscribe to.
Things that I found disgusting was the financial exploitation, the testimony.
Seriously, though, we're so close to 1,000. Everybody go sub to our YouTube.
Of verbal abuse.
We want to be able to go live from mobile.
Of sexual abuse, of grifting, of fraud.
Oh, what I want is to be eligible for ads and then sign up for the ad program. And then anytime we post anything, it tells us that they're not going to give us the ad revenue from it. What I want is more email from YouTube telling me about how I suck.
Downright fraud.
Yeah.
And yeah, those are the things I found disgusting. So what have I done that's disgusting? You know, you can please point out what in that stream was disgusting. I think it's disgusting that my best friend was fat shamed. That's disgusting. So yeah. We can have a nice healthy dialogue about it. I'd like to know your turn. What was disgusting? You're probably blocked, but yeah, you can email me.
You're probably, if we did a soundboard of her. Oh God, look at that. If we did a soundboard of her, I mean, still frames of people are not a great thing to make fun of. If we did a soundboard of her though, her going, you're probably blocked.
I'm happy to read the email. So, hey, Mark.
This is big like Madison. I think she's more like a little more like Raphael O'Neil, but like a little more mean kind of. Like Raphael O'Neil's like kind of clueless. And
Raphael just wanted to just ramble on for an hour and a half. She just wanted her audience to be bigger.
Yeah. And this lady's mean. Like Raphael said that Jim Lee was gatekeeping her, but other than that, she wasn't like always like talking shit on other people.
Brownstone.
Imagine getting gate kept by Jim fucking Lee.
Go.
Oh, that's funny.
Guns N' Roses. They make me think of that. Hey, Janet from another planet. Good to see you. Karen McCourt. Hello. Full of hope. Hey there, friend.
See, like, why does she do that where she just brings it up? Like, I think the point of this, and I understand why the like, was it StreamYard that does this? I think all the web-based ones do it. The point of it is to pull up maybe a comment and talk about it some. Because if you're doing this where you're just kind of cycling through a few comments, why not just do what I do and put your fucking chat up? Like, you like, over. Oh.
Because they don't know how to do that, honey.
I keep forgetting. She's probably doing this from her fucking phone. I keep forgetting.
Yeah. Well, she's got a Shure microphone, so she's got something, but it's like...
you can still run them from your phone. On the USB.
You could what?
On the USB.
Oh, USB to C. Oh, that's so sad.
Thank you for being here yesterday. Appreciate that. And thank you to all the new subscribers.
Hey, Burkworms, excuse the fuck out of you. We rely on the chat too because there's fucking right now, there's what, 50 of you or so on Twitch. And I don't know, I haven't looked at YouTube in a while. Hopefully there's more than the 6 we usually have. But y'all are funnier than I am.
Yeah, that's important. We need your jokes.
It's just like, it's a numbers game, honestly.
You know, 1 out of 3. Okay. 1 out of 3. I find it especially cruel to use those who suffer from addiction for financial gain and lie to them. Yeah.
You have to be extra. You have to be extra
Jamie
funny.
Mustard. Jamie Mustard.
Let's go back. Hold on. Yeah. Let's go back. Jamie Mustard.
Appreciate that. And thank you to all the new subscribers.
Oh, I don't know if this lady ever promoted the shots.
You know, 1 out of 3. Okay. 1 out of 3. I find it especially cruel to use those who suffer from addiction for financial gain and lie to them. Yeah. And this, I said it, I've said it several times, but it's true that we need to look out for each other because, yeah, a lot of us have suffered from, trauma and addiction and things that make you susceptible and vulnerable, possibly, of being taken advantage of, and suffering from, exploitation. So I think it's okay to blow the whistle, And if people want to say that I'm Miss Drama Queen for doing that, that's okay. That's okay. When my kids were in school, if they were being like bullied or if there was an injustice that happened to them from a teacher or something, they heard about it, right? From me, because I'm Mama Bear. But I also...
Poo-Poo Sama, we love you too. Welcome in, Poo-Poo Sama.
I listen to feedback and talk to my kids if they were at fault at all. But I certainly wasn't going to just go along with the flow and watch my kids get hurt. And that's how I feel about all my friends as well, And from Canada, my siblings grew up with an alcoholic father. Each, myself and my 3 siblings, have struggled with addiction at least once in our lifetime. One of siblings still does now. And third, I find it incredibly abusive to use vulnerable people this way, especially those who are or were struggling with addiction. Yeah.
What do these people think they're watching on YouTube? Like, what do the people in her comments think that they're watching fucking this lady do?
I don't fucking know. All she's done is talk about how much she doesn't care, I think. I don't know.
Oh, I don't care if Tommy from we tried to watch Tommy. There's just so many people. Did you know that there's a guy called Tommy from the Lifeboat who's apparently like in recovery and now is using again, and somehow these people know everything about that and are fucking all up in that guy's fucking shit. She like monetizes in some way. She like monetizes people like doing trauma dumps in her channel in some way here too.
Yeah.
And people need somebody to talk to, but they don't, they need someone else to talk to is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like
and that's, again, there's just like, there isn't a good, reliable, large national set of resources for people who can talk to somebody who specializes in people leaving cults and control groups, because that comes with it like a whole other, like, that comes with a whole other set of conditioning that you have to be able to break through, and have people who suffer from those things be able to recognize and realize when they are responding to or putting forth those particular conditions out.
And I think
and how that opens them up.
I think people aren't going to like this either. The problem is that the academic stuff around it is by these fucking ghouls like Rick Allen Ross. Fucking what's that other guy's name? The fucking dude that wrote the bite model and ended up like essentially like fucking wanting to measure trans people's fucking vaginas or whatever. And then some of you like go on shows like Trigonometry and then never act like that was a stupid thing to do as a person who cares about other people. And
I hear you talk about that Trigonometry show a lot. I have no idea what it is.
Yeah, we're talking about Steve Hassan, and we'll let the other name go unspoken because I'm trying not to talk too much shit about that person for now.
I agree. And just as an anecdote, I'm thinking about, there's people in this community that are very generous. They're able to give, which is great. And,
there's people in my community who are very generous and they're able to give, but they fucking, man, I barely made it last month.
I can't do this for free, but I don't need,
no, I mean, yes, I did, but it's also partially
to
my
live,
fault. I could choose not to, for
I'm
example.
grateful to be able to keep my channel going, pay for StreamYard and different
pay for StreamYard.
Oh, honey.
We have like the most advanced fucking streaming setup of anybody like in our, like anybody I'd say that averages under fucking 500 viewers, because not only does it do everything we want, it is like easily replicable to put on another fucking computer, a fucking clone
and
of it.
It's free.
And it's all free. An anonymous gifter. Oh, that was 24 minutes ago.
But definitely not getting rich off it. And I don't count on it. I don't need it for my basic needs. Some people do, which is fine. But if you're honest about it, that's fine. But when it comes to this whole thing of like emotional manipulation.
Excuse the fuck out of you? Emotional. My God. Somebody needs to, remember that scene in Clockwork Orange where they held the guy's eyes open and fucking were dropping like fucking Visine or something in him and made him watch. They need to do that and make her watch her own fucking show.
And we talked about grooming yesterday, and it's like setting up like getting a connection with people and then, making them feel obligated to you.
I always have the option to get a job too. If I like start sad fishing on here about fucking,
don't have,
I barely made my rent. I need all your help. You'd be like, sir, you put up Linux servers for stupid things that don't matter in like 5 minutes. I'm sure you can make money somewhere else. Get the fuck out of here.
Pictures, they're sending you things that they shouldn't be doing. And, someone asked me a question. I saw it right before I came on today has anyone reported Reese's streams to YouTube for?
No, you all were reporting each other every day.
Dude, she's encouraging brigading right here.
They're already doing it. Anybody who was gonna do it is already doing it. Yeah, but they're all, and it makes fucking like, I'm not like, oh, poor YouTube, right? But when you get communities on there, like false brigade reporting people, it like really muddies the waters and makes it hard.
It fucks with the algorithms and shit.
And not only that, it like muddies the waters, and to the extent that they have people that could look over content and, I don't know, not fucking yeet my YouTube channel for watching a city council meeting. No, they can't do that, because at that point, like, some other fucking community was like at war, right? And so, like, because they don't spend enough on it, but if all this shit is happening, it makes it harder for like people who like legitimately got caught up in something where they shouldn't have been like flagged by the algorithm. It makes it harder for them to get a human review.
Right.
And
I also think that
yell at
there's
them
like
on Twitter and hope that Lance from the Surfs retweets you. Like, that's
right. And it also gives people who falsely report channels, whenever those reports are successful, it gives them a higher percentage of their reports not being reviewed, and easier for groups like that who take channels down makes it easier for them to take other channels down.
Pictures of
the chemtrails people were doing that to us on YouTube before we got 3 strikes on 2 videos somehow. Yeah.
vaginas.
We had no strikes. Sure. And then a week later, our channel was just gone. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Is that, I assume that could be against the guidelines, I would think. And those streams are still up. So Mischief manages like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I didn't read that part, but I would think.
She's like, I haven't even watched it, but I don't like this bitch and you should report her channel. That's what she's doing right now. But don't worry, this is a community for people who've experienced trauma. And
yeah,
we remember we should be kind, and we should, grace. Sure, they use it in some weird ways, but we should be showing each other grace. And like, fucking, how long has it been since she was talking that shit? And now where are we?
Yeah, it's we're 29 minutes into this video, and it has been an hour and 10 minutes.
No, I understand that, but I'm like wondering, she was just talking about don't be mean to other people, and like,
yeah. So it was like 5 minutes ago, but it was like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, the group shunning works, but I don't like the
soliciting, those kind of pictures from your viewers on a live stream. And if anybody wants to say, like, I think that's disgusting, but if anyone wants to say it's disgusting for me bringing it up, that's fine.
I mean, no, you're all disgusting. Like, you're all behaving quite badly. I don't even know what the fuck's going on with Relatable Reese, except that I'm in the Reddit about it. And every time I see a post about that, I'm like, I don't even want to know what that is about. That seems oddly personal and fucking horrifying. Whatever the fuck's going on over there in Relatable Reese's community just doesn't seem very relatable to me. From the very little bit I found out about it, it seems like a fucking problem, I think.
That's disgusting. That's you're entitled to your opinion if you think I'm the most horrible person in the world, but I'm
not the most horrible person in the world, but you're probably the worst of the Aaron orbiters.
I'm not. I haven't done that, except for talking about it. Oh. So, okay, let's get this straight. So you may misspell a misspelled word. Okay, so you may spell it right because you misspelled the misspelling. Okay, that's fair.
What?
We're gonna have
Knife Hoarder. You seem cool. Stay away from us too. I'm not telling you to come over here instead.
We're not good for people either.
Yeah, we're not the fucking healthiest place for somebody to fucking land. Although all things considered, in this particular space, we're okay because we talk about other things.
Yeah.
Grace. We're gonna have Grace. Oh my goodness. And it's cute. Sorry to spam. No, it's okay. That's all right. I mean, spamming, I would think like, if you're like being, I don't know, people will go over and over and over, like, Jesus loves you, which is fine. You say it once, you can say it. Yeah, that's fine.
Does she kick the Jesus spam? I hope her mods are like, I don't want your Jesus spam. Get the fuck out of here.
The fucking Jesus spam is bullshit.
But if you say it 50 times, no, that's spamming. That's like, okay, enough. enough.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, this is a safe space from conspiracies for sure.
Yeah, no, Chris, we're fine, and you all are good too. I think it's that you all are fucking cool. It makes this actually a fairly safe place for people to land. But I just this guy, this fucking guy, I forget his name now, Knife something or another, Knife Hoarder. Stay away from all of these people and just keep making your videos. Don't get fucking socially, parasocially involved. If you have a crush on, I don't know, if you have a crush on somebody, don't DM them. Just stay out of this because you seem all right. You seem all right. So stay away from all of you. Don't make friends.
Oh my goodness. Yes, Anna, you are fine. Yes.
I'd rather see more coffee and crafts out of this lady than.
Yeah, if she was just sitting there crocheting and talking about Arabica beans,
it's the lowest of the
that'd
low.
be pretty good.
People purposely prosper off others. Yeah. Haley, thank you so much. Sorry for having Alan. I know they are troopers. Hey, speaking of, are your ears ringing, guys? Hey, Alan. Thank you for being here and for yesterday. Just amazing.
I'm looking in the YouTube chat and there's just more names are showing up now. You're not even trying to name drop. You're just mentioning, I don't know. Fucking come on.
You're amazing. And Huff is like,
there's way more of these people than there were chemtrail people.
Yeah. But not as many as Betty and Malibu people.
Because I think way more people believe in chemtrails than are anti-Scientologists.
Thank you so much for just how you treat her. And I just love her so much. And I miss you guys. I wish I was still hanging out with you guys on that beautiful lake. And I don't know how many days you have left together, but I hope they're the best ever. And get your ass back here soon to the States. Anyways, Sophie, words create reality. I put some clips in my last video.
Oh, Jake Lloyd's a craft YouTuber. Everybody, I don't know. How do you do a shout out on YouTube? Can you do a shout out in the YouTube chat? I don't even know how that shit works.
I have no idea.
Everybody go follow Jake Lloyd's YouTube channel.
Video about how words are used to control. Yeah, Sophie, if you can.
What's up, Pete?
You have a wrench, so you.
Oh, see Kristen Frost in the YouTube chat. Oh, I had a chemtrail nut, her ex-boyfriend. I think, yeah, Kristen is a woman's name. Correct me if I'm wrong here.
You can
Kristen Frost laser beams
in the chat.
Jake Lloyd, I like Jake Lloyd. Don't follow my channel.
You like? Good.
Oh, I keep forgetting on the podcast, the podcast shows to tell people to leave us a 1-star review on iTunes.
Why do you think we don't?
Funny because it's now called Apple Podcasts.
Such a long. Oh, goof morning. I like that. Goof morning. All right. Asen, a greater good cannot exist to thrive.
Whoa, was his name fucking Dane Wigington? Oh my god, are you watching the YouTube chat?
Greater good. Right. Yeah, that's something that cults use a lot, and just that ends justify the means thing, you know.
We all do that.
And I just can't.
No, we don't. Yeah, we all do some version of the ends justify the memes when the fucking when the shit gets fucking messy. Like we all have to do that.
Logic of well, it's okay because we're like all these platitudes, like I'm not going to say names, but then you say names, or I don't talk about other content creators while you're talking about other content creators. I'm just like, hey,
but what do you, your whole stream, like whatever.
I'm not making any, like it is.
I think I only talk bad about other content creators. Even if we like them, I tell jokes that are like like when Justin called me the worst co-host and the worst wingman, he was talking about me.
This
was a fantastic video,
names,
by the way.
I have to name names. I feel like, there are times when I don't name the name because I'm just, I have several reasons, but for the most part, I'm not afraid to name the names. I got my face, my big, mug out here. You know my name. Some of you know where I live, and this is just,
That's because you told them like your address, probably.
I'm who I am. Oh, Rolling Stone. Caught you trolling yesterday. Yeah, I did see part of that. Oh my God. Hey, you're welcome here. I'm sorry you were spotted in my chat and got in trouble. A lot of people get in trouble for being in my chat.
Why?
But
I have no idea
because people are stupid.
I have literally no idea who's in anyone's chat. Like if I'm in someone's chat and I see one of the homies, I'm like, oh shit, one of the homies is here in the chat. I'm like in another chat and I see, I don't know, Crick.
Imagine somebody being mad about somebody being in somebody else's imaginary fucking typing text fucking window on a computer from somewhere else.
You were in a chat run by a content creator that I don't like, and you were being nice to the people in the chat.
How fucking dare.
Yeah, if you go to a content creator's fucking chat that I don't like, I hope you're fucking nice to everybody there. Like, be nice to the people in fucking homozygotes chat. I keep telling you.
Yeah.
Admire your.
I'm just mad at him because he hasn't come on the show
bravery.
in a while.
Yeah. And I bet you're going to help other people, or you already have helped other people by being so brave. Is Heffen here? Hey, sweetie.
Sweetie?
People saying hello to you. And sending, kissy faces. Is she right next to you? That's cute. Who is this grace we are giving? And is she okay with us handing her over? Right, exactly.
Oh.
Or trafficking.
Fucking that mod of hers is like...
Don't forget to follow us on social media for beautiful food and inspiration.
Yes.
Basic.
Grace. Oh, that's terrible for me to say. Hey, Ivy's mama. Good to see you. Sophie, it's sad that concepts that are actually good are misused to weaponize people's empathy against them. Right.
Well,
Hans Christian Schwartz, good morning. Good night from California.
Philosophy. It's amazing that someone who calls himself philosophy on YouTube is like saying something like this. It's like, yeah, like, what if you never thought about people and the way they think about the world and interact with each other? God, you're fucking one of these people that you show up to a fucking dinner party and instead of ending up in some kind of like, you get stoned on the balcony or whatever, right? And you ended up in some kind of philosophical conversation with them about the nature of being stoned or whatever, which is fucking cool. They tell you immediately, like, you're sitting across from them at dinner, you're like, oh, hey, I don't think we've met, and blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, this and that. And you're like, oh, what are you into? And they're immediately like, I like to talk about philosophy. Not, I'm a philosophy student. I'm totally fine. I'm a philosophy professor. You know what they don't want to talk to you about? Fucking philosophy.
Not to bring up that fucking party again, but that literally happened with the dude that we use to refer to him by an acronym, and he plays a guitar, and he's from San Francisco. Like, he literally said that.
Wasn't the best conversation you ever had, was it?
No, sir, it was not. It was not. And then he grabbed the roaches that I threw in the garbage can out of the garbage can.
Well, it's the philosophy of conservationalism.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like they become what I've heard a linguist say.
Listen, you don't know what it's like for nobody to ever want to share their weed with you. Don't fucking knock the hustle, all right?
True fact.
And, some
like I just have too much
everyday things that people say, like it is what it is, or oh, let it go, or oh, my personal favorite in the cult was like, oh, just let go and let God, or it's like, wait a minute.
But there is a let go and let go. Like if you feel overwhelmed by the world, there's only so much you can do to improve like your circumstances if you find yourself in some kind of circumstance. So at some point, just for your own fucking mental health and so that you can better deal with the problem on a day-to-day basis, you do kind of gotta, if you like, let go and let God or what the fuck ever.
Yeah.
How the fuck else are you gonna go to bed?
Yeah. Fuck.
Like, God's not going to pay my rent, is he? But yes, they believed that God would pay your rent, but you got to work. I don't know. It's just really weird. And that's why I like,
you got to get money.
Handouts thing, like just for
go get that paper.
Fishing. I think that's a really appropriate thing to, I think it's a valid term for that kind of sympathy begging thing, because
oh, who's RR? Oh, Retired Red. Yeah, Retired Red. You should be part of this community, I guess.
And there's another thing.
Like, I don't know. God, I don't want to remember any more names. It's like how Dave Rubin married another dude named Dave, so you didn't have to remember anybody's name.
Right.
Like everybody just be named Dave. I'm one of few people in the world they'd have a threesome with, because otherwise Dave Rubin might forget the name of the guy they're having a threesome with.
The thing of just the weird manipulation and hinting of it all. And also, I bet Knife Hoarder can come up with a good term for this. Is this spite giving? Like, oh, well, they don't want, they get mad. They get mad when you send super chats like, oh yeah, I'll show them. It's like, what are we?
No,
Wait, what?
my favorite spite giving thing to do is when somebody comes in and is all shitty and like starts talking smack on us and stuff, and then I give them a sub.
Be like, well, because you're doing this, I actually wasn't going to spend $5.99 on this fucking channel today, but now I'm going to spend $5.99 on this channel on you, and you better fucking behave now because you're a financial supporter of this fucking independent media organization, aren't you? Against your will.
It's like making Kiss Kells from chair.
But that's even younger behavior. Like, I don't get that. Yeah. Baby. Hey, Ellen and have XOXO. I know they're such a cute couple.
You know, I've been actively,
don't forget.
I'm actively engaged in the process of not knowing who the fuck Alan and Hef are.
2.5 hours. Susie over at, it's what? At But First Coffee, Susie Overholtz, and
Ooh, we literally have Twitch and YouTube parody on viewers right now. So that means they're probably both going to shut our stream down at the same time.
You'll know when she's live. Hef and Alan are going to be over there. Subscribe.
Oh, But First Coffee, we found that too, and I fucking aggressively don't give a fuck about who But First Coffee is either. Because I looked at the channel and I almost hit play and I was like, I'm not doing this. I was like, I don't have fucking room in my brain to absorb this person as another sentient entity in the fucking gigantic cast of characters that makes up the potato that we examine with a microscope. I just can't
Grand
do
potato
it.
theory.
You are not welcome to the potato party.
If you haven't had your dose of Susie,
Oh, she did a video. That's great. Oh, she did a video about the other person you're actively trying to ignore. Fuck yeah, I made the right choice.
Nice.
You need a fucking 2 or 3 for 1 here.
Your daily dose, or at least
No, I just don't have time. I have to also learn about like new fucking racist ghouls and new fucking phrenology ghouls and new fucking chemtrails ghouls and new piss drinking ghouls. We got a lot of ghouls to keep track of around here.
Dude, seriously.
We've probably forgotten most ghouls than most people have ever been exposed to.
Right. And then I have to fucking pay attention to Shasta County ghouls, and that's like a fucking full-time job.
And that takes up some of my fucking headspace too, because I have to know enough about it to do a show with you about it. So no, whoever the fuck Coffee First and fucking whoever these other people are, I don't have fucking room in my head for you. I'm sorry.
What happened to Fleur for Grifton? Man, I would give anything for a good flat earth fucking asshole. Just
but I just want them to like join the Discord and argue with me and then go away. I'm so bored with the fucking flat earth. Actually, I want them to join the Discord while you're live and argue with you and then go away.
what I watch her like twice a week, but I do get the replays. But I'm usually cooking dinner when she's on. Today I'll be in the back. I'll be helping her. So.
In the back? Do you mean in the back? Do you mean like in? I think she just means like in the StreamYard as the producer.
Yeah.
Signaling, yes, Sophie. It's virtue.
Oh, I had this idea. What if? And obviously the guests or whoever would have to agree to it, but what if people could go cop a feed of my camera, your camera, and the wide camera here in the studio while the show's on? Like if they wanted to open that in another, we'll have to talk about it later because that's trivial to do that. It's just posting URLs.
Yeah, I have 2 cameras hooked up now too.
Oh, like take it. You have a wide shot camera?
They say what
I don't have a wide shot. I could make one of them a wide shot camera.
It's this whole like pulling people in, like
good production meeting.
Down,
thanks for attending.
Us against the world.
That's how production meetings can actually work if you're, communicative
and on a time crunch because you're trying to entertain people.
And we're gonna
at the same time, yeah.
This person that we worship, no matter.
Oh yeah, Mrs. J is posting our Discord. Whoa, I guess she made
Guys,
an invite.
Please don't project me. I have friends that are very, very loyal, but also I want them to be able to tell me, kick me in the ass when I'm being a jerk, and I have friends, I won't bring up their names.
Do you want a bruise there?
But yeah, there's people that are good friends with that screw up, do stupid shit.
Oh, you're talking about Aaron.
I don't come out and badmouth them because like they're my friends. I'm very loyal to my friends, but I will go behind.
Aaron's not your friend.
Kick their ass, and I hope they.
No, you won't.
Me too. So
you're a woman in MAGA. You don't do any of that stuff.
Rolling Stone. I was triggered by Tommy lying about us. Sorry if I hurt the feelings of any of the crew. True.
Good for us. We don't care who Tommy is.
Yeah. Well, you're entitled because it's not fun to be lied about. And I think that people will, even if they don't now, will eventually respect the fact that you were.
Yeah, everybody's saying so, and it's people who would know. I clocked her as I'm still with her, but
able to stick up for yourself, and a lot of people aren't able to do that. So again, it's modeling that behavior that is, if it's not healthy at the moment that you feel like it, at least you're trying to stick up for yourself, and you're trying to do the right thing, and people see that. So
all right.
Why do you think we don't like you? I did a whole video about how Reese's receipts are always just her flashing her phone and going, look, yeah, I guess I was accused of that, but that just didn't happen. That didn't happen.
All right.
I was like,
pointing your fucking camera at your phone or your phone at your camera. They're already, they're a little further down this path than I thought, actually.
Different tactics that.
Putting your camera at another screen is a whole new level of cooked.
Or people that are, coercive, they're very manipulative, things that they use. Like when this thing first came out with Barb the Tattoo Warrior went on.
Wait, who the fuck is Barb the Tattoo Warrior?
Certain told her story. And then some pieces of Alan.
I have no idea.
Came out, and then all of a sudden it was blown out of proportion by Reese and Tommy that they were about.
My grandma had a friend named Barbara.
Mexican cartel, and I better grow my mustache long and all this.
Wait, what?
That's not what was said. But what they do is it's deflection. It's over exaggerating to minimize what the truth is. To just be like, pay no attention. See how outrageous they are? Oh my God, Maryland's full of hate. I don't like. Sometimes I have to check myself, and I go to my friends, and I know maybe my friends are gonna be like, "No, you're not full of hate," because they haven't seen me hate anybody, and I don't feel like I hate anybody. I don't.
Yo. She's like working this out, like you know how you like maybe work something out in your head kind of quick.
Yeah.
Maryland's full of hate. I don't like. Sometimes I have to check myself, and I go to my friends, and I know maybe my friends are gonna be like, "No, you're not full of hate," because they haven't seen me hate anybody, and I don't feel like I hate anybody.
Whoa, slow the fuck down, lady.
I mean, I get this right here. I don't really. There's things that I dislike, so therefore I either completely, I don't even engage or fucking whatever. But hate is something that hate is hard.
You got to cultivate
hate requires you have to cultivate it. You have to think about it. You have to remember it. You spend a lot of time hating something. But if you're just fucking over whatever, if you're over something, if you just something that you're just this is kind of lame, or this is, or this person is just an asshole, so I don't even need to engage, or what the fuck ever.
Right. It's different to not like something than to hate something.
Yeah.
You have to hate is not liking something is kind of passive, right? But hate is you have to choose. And sometimes whatever, fucking hate on haters. We're haters. What the fuck? It's all right.
I don't usually use that word. There's some people that are
H word.
I just feel like I need to say.
Yeah. Okay. If you hate everyone equally, then yeah, you can probably just do that on autopilot as well.
Usually, if you say something about my husband,
also that's some weird Gen X shit that your friend who ended up fucking posting anti-trans shit might have said.
Yeah. You're
20 years ago. I hate everyone equally. And then fucking 20 years pass and you find their Facebook and you're like, seems like you don't hate everyone equally, friend.
I can probably call a truce with you, but if you apologize, but never going to trust you, because that's a deal breaker. And I think there's certain things that we all have to decide for ourselves, that if that's a deal breaker, then, it is for us. May not be for somebody else, but as far as where Reese and Tommy, I in some ways put them in the same category, some ways slightly different, because I did have a friendship with Reese. Now she said she barely knew me. So it's okay, well, I streamed with her 5 times. We talked a lot. We talked on the phone a few times. We texted a lot. I was in her chat. I was always very supportive, sent her super chats. We talked about things, and like, she's very open. So I thought, like, if I were to share those things with people, those are people that I would really like and trust. So I guess she didn't reciprocate, because now I'm trash, nothing. She barely ever knew me, and that was nothing. So when I, think about that, I think, like,
No, fool, you went on her show 4 times or 5 times, and you were in her chat, and she was in your chat, and then you both stupidly gave each other money that YouTube took 30% of. You barely knew each other.
Congratulations, you paid YouTube.
She was right. Probably for the wrong reason, but she was right.
Yeah.
like, does she do this on purpose, or does she just kind of have that off with her head attitude about everybody? And is this deliberate? Because usually when I'm deciding whether I'm going to show grace or give allowance to somebody, it's
I make that snap decision on that, and then I reflect upon it if I have time. But usually my snap decision is right. Although every once in a while I'm like, I should probably moderate the way that I've made the decision, but now it's about the message. Right?
Mm-hmm.
like, well, is there?
And if it's complicated enough, I'm like, Meaty, once you got time to write an email to somebody, here's what I'm trying to say, but you need to say it a different way.
I need you to use that corporate speak.
In that,
you need to be the one to tell this person to go fuck themselves for me. Can you do that? Yeah, I can do that.
If you're another content creator and the first outreach you get from us is the media wench, it's because I didn't want to, I don't know, make terrorist threats when I fucking contacted you.
He sends me in to give the Prince letter.
That I see that is like they're at least trying, or like with Nora, I think she's very genuine. Sometimes, like, she'll.
Oh, thank you for hanging out, Kristen. Make sure you're following the channel. Make sure you like and subscribe.
Say one thing one day. I think she's actually being.
Tell a friend.
Fucking support and hit subscribe.
Conflict. That's just what happens sometimes with her, but. At the same time, like I said, I can relate to her. She has that activist heart. And so I can overlook some things. But with Tommy.
Activism is hard, actually. One of our co-hosts, the councilman, has been on many nonprofit groups and involved in like trying to do activism for the arts in San Jose of all places. Activism is hard.
He got shot with rubber bullets.
Yeah, he got shot by the cops with a rubber bullet. The councilman of all people. But like the work he does,
none of us have that clout.
Like his advocacy for like the arts and like the fucking the non-artiest place in the world, San Jose. Like it's hard. It's emailing people. It's annoying people to some extent to try to get support for your cause. Sometimes going on YouTube and like telling people that they're right about Scientology is not activism.
No, and it's not therapy either.
And I want to be pretty clear. We are not an activist channel. We are not activists.
No, we are. What did you say? Combat-based broadcasting.
Right.
Conflict-based broadcasting.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
If we've interviewed activists, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately coming to mind, Tony Ortega is an activist journalist. His chops are such that he could be doing something else and probably making more money and getting a lot more views on what he's doing, but he chooses to write about the cult of Scientology every day and somehow hasn't talked about any of this in his articles.
And what he did to my friends, and it just seems like
I hope he's fucking writing a book about what's happening here, and that's why he's oh my god, the book of oh god.
Sorry, I don't say that lightly. I'm not usually the type that would say somebody's unredeemable, but
yeah, you're about to say that about somebody, right? She's about to say that about somebody. I wish it was us.
Bad apple. I'm sorry. I don't say that lightly. I'm not usually the type that would say somebody's unredeemable, but I don't think Reese is unredeemable, but I think she'd have to do some real soul searching. And she changed even for the worse when she hooked up with Tommy. I'm just going to say it. And I know it's already in the back of my head, people that I respect that I really like.
Oh, dude, fucking, I hate this stuff too. This is about like who she's hooking, like who they're hooking up with is fine as long as everybody's fucking consenting and nobody's like, I don't know, throwing somebody against a building or some shit like that. Like,
Right.
Like if you want to hook up with somebody who's fucking, who's like a drug addict or something, fucking sure. Don't do it when they're fucking high or when they're at like a low point and they need a place to stay. And then make sure you live in a building with several layers of security so
That's
that they
how you
can't
get
get
a
past
homosexual.
so if they want to come back, they maybe can't get past the front desk or the front door, you know?
Ladies, I'm just saying, stop taking on projects.
Oh, like, oh, Marilyn, I can't believe
You don't have to take in every stray.
it is what it is. I say stuff.
Oh,
that
friends, Wesley in the YouTube chat is not a Scientologist. Osa barely exists.
mean.
Spiderman.jpg.
And I'll own it. So, Lathonda, I
People
would
pointing at us to be OSA. We're like, do we look like we have OSA money?
okay. If it was something I wanted to express, okay, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, and for some people, grace isn't a trigger word. It is a little bit with me, and I'm just being honest, you know. Oh, Hef is
Ma'am, you should be less honest.
at the moment, not George. Oh, thank goodness.
Wait, what? Was George on benzos or something? What's going on?
Hey, Hef, love you.
George on like the fifth day of a 3-day fucking meth binge? Like, what are you talking about? Seeing the shadow people coming off the side of the fucking road while he's driving?
That's great. She's very, very cautious. I felt very safe with her. My hubby's a little crazy with the corners and fast, but not as bad as George, I hear.
So Wesley, real quick, I see this and I want to talk about this, and I don't, you know, it's fine if you like make it, and it's also okay to joke about people being like OSA, but there's a real problem in the anti-Scientology community of, we'll call it OSA jacketing people. Like I got OSA jacketed by the anti-Scientology community. I wasn't that mad about it. I made an article making fun of it eventually, but I got OSA jacketed, and it didn't like hurt, but if I cared about this, or if this was my main like area of like, it would be a problem for me. I like it when people call me OSA. Fuck it. Hell, Xenu and shit.
Yeah,
But-
it's
Oh, go
those
ahead.
badges are those types of badges are just something that we sew to our vest and move on. Like, oh, what's the next badge we can get?
Right. It's like when the fucking chemtrails people, like when Madison Star Moon specifically said you're most likely NSA agents, which was crazy
Yeah.
because everybody, when she called, could barely see.
NSA, CIA, FBI. We got called every 3-letter fucking name, every 3-letter organization in the fucking book. At fucking when oh man, I miss 2015, 2016 sometimes. God damn, those were some days.
And in one way, I wish we were on Twitch, and in another way, I'm glad we still have a Twitch channel.
Yeah,
Some of that's
they
on
would have to
Patreon.
come up with special rules just for us.
Some of that's on Patreon, folks.
Ivy's mama. Ellen, classy move.
This is again me begging for money. Can you tell?
Absolutely.
How
And
far
there
back
was
does
so
the
much
Patreon
support
go? All the way
chat.
back to the beginning?
It was like a wonderful reunion. I heard that they made a Facebook group.
Oh, we got it. Oh, yeah, we're putting a fucking sock in her Facebook group for
Survivors of
sure.
the Lifeboat or something like that. Good for them. I'm glad they found each other, and you all are always welcome here. Absolutely. And I think in some ways we're all in recovery from something, you know, whether it's substances. With me, I know it's kind of might sound silly, but even yesterday being a little stressed, like
I'm just in recovery from being stressed. Get the fuck out of here.
cigarettes 9 months ago. I had like a craving, like a physical craving. And I was like, what? Where did that come from?
Wesley,
And I
you're being
realized it was
annoying, pay Dave.
something that I
You're trying to
had
lovely and
when
annoying
I'm,
tax.
you know, when I'm down or when I'm nervous or even excited or celebrating was like everything, you know? And yeah,
Like we have to get to 1,000 before we can get that kind of stuff, right?
Just being
No, we
human.
can get super chats.
And-
We have $7 in YouTube money right now, which is crazy
Oh.
because it's attached to the same account where we have AdSense for like our website, and we do pretty good on AdSense. But that $7 just sits there sequestered on YouTube by itself, even though it's connected to the same AdSense account. So it, like, won't pay out until there's like 100 in YouTube, and that's stupid.
And so, even though this isn't a quote substance recovery channel, I feel like it is kind of a recovery channel because we talk about so many things in real life that.
Well, yeah, if you're like pretending to like help everybody with everything while you just talk shit about people who don't like Aaron Smith-Levin, you can pretend you're anything. I mean, true crime channel.
So many of us went through trauma. We're like stunted in some way. And I know with me, not even knowing like how the real world works, I'm still learning, even being 17, almost 18 years out of the cult. Oh. Hey, send comment. Well, some saw the light.
Oh shit, we got L. Ron Hubbard up in the YouTube chat.
I think she is bleeding members here on YouTube and on Facebook. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
Some people are more bottom than others.
And like, oh, she's losing subs. But part of me is like, you know what? Fuck around and find out. Yeah. It's like, hey.
Wait, what?
And I'm kind of glad.
Ooh, meaty wench. You're fading. You're fading, homegirl.
I am fading, but I'm listening. Give me another chance. I have coffee.
Oh, Jake Lloyd just sent us $2.
Oh my goodness.
We got a super chat. What does it say?
You're only going to get $1.40 from this, for example.
Fuck yeah.
Palantir says, oh my God, did Dave just coin OSA jacketing? Yeah.
Wait, I thought I called it OSA jacketing. No, I had to take that whole part out about fucking COINTELPRO.
For themselves. And
copy editors helped me.
I believe in
that article would have been fucking 50,000 words.
Informed consent. Yeah. Informed consent. If you know what's happening and you choose to stay anyways, go for it. Knock yourself out. But if you know about it and you say, oh my God, yeah.
I don't know. She knits those poops behind her, doesn't she? She crochets those poops.
Yeah, she should do that more.
My doubts were right. Or, oh wow, I'll check that out. And then you leave. Great. That's a good move. That's healthy.
All right.
Oh, thank you, Anna. Marilyn's genuine. I appreciate its trait very much. Thank you. I tried it.
Yeah, people, the selling authenticity is like, I don't like it at all. It's fucking stupid. Like, what do you mean, like, selling authenticity?
Well, what is she trying to prove right now? Because all she's done this whole stream is talk about other streamers. So
she didn't name any of them except for like the fucking 7 of them that she named.
Right.
Only 2 of whom we even know who the fuck they are.
She won't name like the popular streamer, which we know who she's fucking talking about. Like, so I don't understand why she's like, is she supposed to be saying that she's different than the other ones? Because I don't really see any of that.
I mean, they're all a little bit. I mean, everybody a little different.
I mean, they have different backgrounds, and
now you different too.
She's not in a wooden room, I guess.
Sometimes I'm genuine to a fault. Like I'll just let it all hang out, and I'm like, oh my God, like I can't believe I did that. Like I'm gonna piss off so many people, which I have.
Hey, we got L. Ron Hubbard in the YouTube chat.
I know that.
Quick, someone make him a mod.
Yeah, fuck it. I think L. Ron Hubbard probably fine. We can unmoderate it. Let's do it. We're gonna make L. Ron Hubbard as a fucking moderator.
L. Ron Hubbard says, can someone contact Tom Cruise and tell him I'm on my way back from Target 2 and get my office ready?
And fuck YouTube. Who cares? This channel is not going to be there in 3 weeks anyway.
Right.
Piss these people off enough. Our channel's gone.
Be a bitch, and I can do stupid shit. And not everybody has to.
Can we commence doing that stupid shit so we have other things to comment on? Because this is fucking not the business.
Okay. I can accept that. Just leave my kids alone, my husband alone. But yeah, I can. And my
don't talk about him. Don't fucking talk about him. Dude, okay, you want people to leave your kids and your fucking husband alone? Don't fucking talk about him. In fact, when you're online, your whole online persona, just that stuff doesn't even fucking exist. Like, I talk about my kids and stuff because my kids are wanting, they want to be in this.
You don't name them, and you would never bring them on. I think, maybe you thought about it early on, but now you would never bring your kids on the stream.
No, I'd bring them on. I don't have a problem with that. They can't be on because they're not old enough. But you know, there's been a time whenever I was doing like just a video game stream and I was listening to Leslie Sawyer was
stuff. Yeah, I know.
Well, no. And she was just standing here and she was listening. She was like, she heard Leslie talk about some stupid fucking trans fucking shit. And she was just like, this lady's hella stupid. And then we ended up having like a good 15-minute conversation, but she wasn't on camera. But that's not the point. The point is that if you don't want people to comment on your fucking dirty laundry, don't put your dirty laundry on fucking Front Street. And that's one thing that Nora was
on Front Street. Now, when we talk about these people, don't put it on L. Ron Hubbard Way for everyone to see.
Okay, thank you. Okay, that's it. No, but when like the next, 12 hours later, when Nora made her next video about what happened with Mo Oberon on that stream, and she was like talking about. She wasn't even talking about Aaron. She was talking about all the people who were in the chat and the shit that they were saying. And like this one thread that got her hell of upsets, like was talking about how you put your family and your wife through all this shit one time already. And now you're going on stream and you're doing this again.
That's why she got mad at me.
And, yeah.
Remember that clip that I pulled when I was like, this is bad. I didn't even mention like her wife or anything. I said, this is bad for your relationship. You fucking clipped that part out and fucking didn't include the part where I said that it is a limiting factor for my own relationships and my own ability to, like, she clipped out the fucking.
So, like, one of the things that other people were saying in the chat on the reaction video to the all this fucking, this is like 10 layers down of fucking stupid.
Man, I hope somebody's restreaming this right now so that we're like up and then their camera's in the bottom left. What's Justin doing right now?
What's Justin's he's probably asleep.
He's asleep. Where's Rhizome? Is any of our other homies live? Like, does USA Hole want to fucking talk about us talking about this? And would they I guess USA Holes, them, would they keep their viewers? I don't know.
So what I'm saying
would our enemy
is
Kurt
that
Cobain keep their viewers if they restreamed us and talked about it? I think not.
Yeah. Either you keep your family's name out your mouth or you develop an increasingly thickening layer of fucking skin. Because these people in chat that you're giving all of this information to are not your friends and will turn on you in a hot second.
And it's not for nothing. I think she's brought her minor son like on her channel to like talk.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Leave Hef alone, then I'll be okay. So. Oh my God. We got crafts. Yeah, I'm working I just sent out a Rodney. Right now I'm working.
Wait, what crafts? Oh, you're going to do some crafts. Fuck yeah.
I haven't crocheted in a couple days, guys. I've got stacks of these little
granny squares.
Sides of a dumpster fires. And I'm going to try to make.
Oh, she's making dumpster fires.
I try to give you something, everybody. So.
Oh, that's adorable. Do more of that.
Emotional support dumpster fire.
Yeah, that's cute.
Fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. And of course,
I want one, but only if you send it for me and pay the shipping yourself.
It's a joke, but I make all.
I would never pay her for anything.
Got pink ones in the works and some turquoise ones, and I've got all these colors behind me. Wait, am I? Oh,
we need like a hunter green one.
No,
not
that's where your mic.
Hunter.
Did you see her? She just put her mic where it's supposed to be and acted like she was doing a joke.
Yeah.
No, that right there.
Colors behind me.
No. She put her mic where it's supposed to be, like it was some kind of joke. Like,
look how funny I am.
I could provide you with high quality audio from a mid-range microphone, but don't worry, I'm not going to do that.
I have to fix this because you can't see my yarn. So yeah.
She said yarn, by the way.
Yarn.
Yeah, we talk about crafts, we talk about all kinds of things. I think just something to be said, not even just like a craft like crocheting, but something that you do with your hands or that you do. Who knows it? My kids will be like, "Mom, that sounds dirty." Something.
But that's your kids are cool.
To relax. It could be
Your kids are in their 20s.
doing yoga. It could be.
Her kids are not going to say that. Their kids are like in their 20s. You're mature enough to not be like, Mom. Like if you're
honey, no.
If you're like 15, you might be like, Mom, you're talking about gooning. That's embarrassing.
I think that those are things that really give you, like we talk about the opposite of triggers as glimmers. Like when I see a puppy, like that's a glimmer. It's the opposite of a trigger. It's
sorry,
something
what?
That just gets my my good feelings flowing. So I think
that is
really
incredibly basic.
Remember that, especially when things just seem so stressful and so much negative news and energy and information coming at you, to stop and be like, okay, I need to refresh myself. What do I do that makes me relax, that really refreshes me and helps me to start
gooning
over, even in the middle of a day,
Leaving an upper decker at the Shasta County Board of Supervisors.
Yes.
Leaving an upper decker anywhere where you feel mistreated.
Leaving an upper decker at the Hobby Lobby.
You are not doing activism unless you leave an upper decker in the Scientology bathroom, all right? If Angry Gay Pope is listening, he would try to do that, I think.
Leave an upper decker at Big Blue.
It's proud to be trash. Oh, yeah, maybe we should do proud to be trash. Or I could make like a trash can. That would be great. Yeah.
But a dumpster is a trash can.
I need to make some lawn gnomes. I need to crochet some gnomes. Because like when people call me names, I just crochet about it. Some people like.
Oh, you should crochet our logo. We've called you actually, we've done less name calling during this commentary, I think, than she has. But she doesn't like name calling, and we're all for it. What they call name calling, I call character assessment.
Sorry.
Oopsie. Oh, it's like
I'm dealing with people on a daily basis who are just happy to smear me dishonestly.
A name calling.
Oh, I'm just.
What if you smear people honestly? Like we smear people here all the time, but it's like an honest smear.
Yeah, I mean, prove me wrong.
Oh man, do you have? Oh no,
I do.
I have it too. Let's race.
Prove me wrong.
Ooh, I got it.
Oh,
gonna yell about it.
Prove me wrong.
Live, there's people that go live about it.
I wasn't far behind you.
About it. Sometimes I do go live about it. But, oh my!
To be fair, I how you can like a false start. By the time I said let's race, I was already looking through my soundboard. So I cheated.
Hey Vanessa, so good to
Stop
see you.
the steal.
Oh, this was a while ago. I gotta catch up. Hey Marilyn, watched the stream last night after work. Congratulations, Alan. It's clear that you have gained a solid partner to share your life with, and I'm so happy for you.
Who the fuck is Alan?
So good to see you, honey. Thank you so much.
I mean, good for Alan, I think.
Encouragement.
A new streamer has entered chat.
And you were so brave. You were one of the ones that were willing to come forward and be named. And I'm just so glad to.
I'm glad it, like unlike other communities we've covered, at least these people are, I guess, getting laid. Like we could take some solace in that these people be fucking. We've been in other places where that's not the case.
Elron says
one guy that had a fucking. What was that one guy that fucking had it bad for Madison Star Moon? Do you know who I'm talking about?
John Graff?
No, it was like some hillbilly that did song. Was it Kim Trell? Anyway,
friend.
Elron in the YouTube chat says there's so much victimhood going on from these streamers lately. Well, look what you fucking did. You created a fucking space alien religion that this does this to people, and now you've unleashed this bullshit on the world. You should be ashamed of yourself. Also, give me $33,000 a month.
Or just fucking send us a $33 super chat. And we'll eventually get 70% of that one day, maybe.
Every 5 minutes for the next 10 years.
Hey, Tammy. Got mad respect for you. Happened Alan for yesterday. Yeah, I'm so proud of them.
I don't know who these people are, and I'm actively angry at you. Anybody who does know who they are. I'll be back.
Xenu's fault, not mine. That's a fucking This is exactly the answer we would expect out of you.
Don't like you. People are not given enough information to have informed consent. Yeah, I agree with that. And that's why, one of the main reasons why, besides just feeling like, I wanted to give my friends a voice and a platform to get the information out, to not only get it off their chest and explain what happened to them, but also to put it out there as a warning and inform people of, hey, this is happening. We're not going to bully anybody if they decide to stay on the lifeboat. That's fine. If they decide to stay in Reese's chat, that's fine. But they can't say they weren't warned if something goes awry, And this could be anecdotal. I mean, I could probably prove it if I really, watched a bunch of streams and all that, which I don't want to. But I just want to kind of throw this out there.
Also, all these people say that they don't watch each other's streams. Like, she doesn't watch anybody's streams. Nora doesn't watch anybody's streams. Aaron doesn't watch anybody's streams. Yet they all know what is fucking going on in everybody's fucking streams.
About doing a stream, telling her story. This was, about a year and a half ago now. Yeah, well over a year ago now. And she had expressed at one point that she only had this was public knowledge, that she only had like $5 in her account. She was struggling and just having a hard time. So I did like a little impromptu fundraiser, just put her cap.
Yeah, they don't look at Reddit either.
Or something out there.
Like, I really don't look at Reddit. Every once in a while, I see something that's like on public freakout, so much, and then I look at Reddit, and then I
get, what I needed, and
don't look at it again for months.
And I appreciate it. Well, it wasn't long. It was maybe another day where I saw her in recent.
Apparently, this "Why Do You Think We Don't Like You" channel they came out of nowhere to do AI songs about Scientology YouTube. That might be funny to go look at.
Ooh, can you pop it on like pop it on the fucking random late night video docket?
Yeah, let me see if I can track it.
Chats.
Just drop it in there, just like at the very bottom. That's where it's a dumb thing, but if when you go into a docket, you're like everything at the top, skip the first page, possibly skip the second page. We're trying to come to current day here, friends.
Yeah.
Gave it to her out of the goodness of their heart. And I guess, when you give stuff, it's like not conditional. I mean, it was for her needs, and maybe she needed to, I don't know, send something to Reese, but it kind of bothered me because it made me think.
So the way she's like, I don't really talk shit about people. And now she's like fucking talking shit about people. She's talking very detailed shit about people too. Like, she's talking the shit that you and me would talk about Madison Star Moon if we took too much acid, right? Like, if we just were frying face and couldn't fucking, our minds became connected as one and we were talking about fucking chemtrails. This is the kind of shit she's talking. Reddit is, I don't know, I like Reddit.
But it's just too...
It's okay, there's a problem with Reddit. And I think the fact that I'm a man and you're a woman might be like illustrative of the problem with Reddit. No matter what fucking subreddit you go on, there's fucking somebody, or like a fucking, I don't know, 2/3 of the subreddit. Whatever it is, man, they fucking know everything about it. And it's real weird. It's real weird. It's like the manosphere like kind of lives large on Reddit, like in a vibes based way and in a I just wrote 1,000 words in a comment way.
Okay, I'm putting it on the cults and Scientology one, and I'm going to put it somewhere in... Fuck it, I'm going to put it right at the top.
Oh, then I'll never see it.
That's some bullshit. You'll be like, what the fuck? What did she put on here?
You know, you can increase the font size. You can make sure that I see it, actually. You have complete control of the Google Docs. Yo, I've had 2 people come on who were like, the first one who did it, and they said it right on the fucking show. It was Faraday Speaks. Fucking Caleb Kane. He came on here and he was like, I've never been on a show where they shared a Google document with information about what might be on the show. He's like, this is very professional. He's like, I don't know why there's only 6 people watching your channel. He said something like that.
And I try to to me, that is the standard because that's what makes sense.
Like, you can't fucking not. Like, if you have to stream, like, let's say, like, I don't know, I got assassinated and you had to stream like nothing happened. You had to figure out how to change the bank accounts or whatever, so that you too could be living this lavish lifestyle that I live.
See, that's a Google Doc that you might actually have to make. I mean, like,
no, I have for LastPass. if I don't log into LastPass for fucking 30 days, it emails you and gives you the master login to LastPass.
that's like having a life insurance policy in my name. I love you.
You mails it to my parents too, so you and my parents can start a podcast network, and we can really be the Twitch old folks home, right?
Oh God, your mom and I would have the best podcast.
Oh my God, Steph and Doubt, who, yeah, she and my mom, because when I was like getting ready to move, we were going back and forth, and Steph and my mom met. Yeah, they're homies. Oh, we gotta get Steph back on. She like bought a microphone and shit, and she's like really smart. So,
how many more people do that? Like they just want their name said, or they just want,
that's not incredibly sweet. That's a contingency plan so that this can continue.
No, they want a little bit of recognition, and they want their name.
Who's making the coffee in here? Darkling. Darkling makes the coffee.
For her, because
I live in the most terrifying fucking place. It's called Oakland, California. I'm surprised I'm not dead yet. My friend
Can't
Juan
even drive down your
drive
street.
his car down the street here. It was like Sarajevo.
Geez, I'll talk to her for free, And that's why I really tried. I have people in the back almost every stream. To some people want to be named, some people don't. And Mischief, sorry if you didn't, but I was going to say your name
But their name isn't Mischief.
I love you. But I like to bring up people's comments, whether they're
But if they're making these comments, oh my God, I like to bring up people's comments too. So they just if you're on Twitch, they just show up on the screen.
Yeah.
So I don't really have to bring them up, actually. Somebody else could read them if they were interested. It's not that I don't read the fucking chat, it's that I don't always read the chat. Sometimes I'm like thinking about myself too much to look at the chat. I mean, like, what the fuck?
Not high enough for this shit.
Operating Thetan, highest state there is.
Damn, Meaty Wench on the ones and twos over there.
They're super chatting, whatever, or not, or giving gifts. It doesn't matter. You're all equal to me. I do appreciate any.
You are not all equal to me. It's just that Pupu Sama is like a beacon of hope and love, and that none of you, other than that, yeah, you're all plebs.
Support, but only if you're able to do it, and that's why.
When all you guys have bang poo in your chat, just to shout out one fucking chatter on an entire platform,
Man,
then you
where
can
the
start talking smack.
Dystopia beat is fucked if Pupu Sama like all of a sudden starts streaming and it's good. We're all fucked.
Like we have it, Justin has it. Who else has it? I bet USA Whole probably has it.
I don't know if I think Redolent Thought has it. I believe. I think we added it during the time that I went. Was anybody here when I? And the YouTube people are like, go back to the anti-Scientology freaks and shut up. I went on to fucking Redolent Thoughts channel and I was fucking trashed, and it was so fun. It's not the last time I went on. It's the time before I had so much fun. It's late. It would be hard for you, I think, because the hours are the same as ours, sort of. But you would have you and Redolent Thought would get along super good.
Yeah. What can I say something while we do have a bunch of YouTube people here? Hi YouTube people, we're Dave and the Media Wench, and we are a portion of, well, Dave's the producer, main guy, and of Echoplex Media. We stream 6 days a week, so it is not just Scientology shit that we talk about. We talk about local politics, fucking intellectual derp web, fucking dark web, fucking bullshit, like conspiracy theories and Shasta County and all kinds of other fucking stuff. So if you're sick of the cesspool and endless fucking derp of the SPTV ex-Scientologist community and need a fucking break, please come and hang out. We would love to have you over here at twitch.tv/EchoplexMedia. Mondays, there's Mixie Mondays over on another one of our channels that we have, which is DJ David Boohow?
It's David Boohow, but more importantly, you just go to mixiemonday.xyz on the internet. Oh, we also like spend way too, we have the wiki. We have a fucking internet radio station. My God.
Yeah, if you like the music that you hear on any of our shows, that is all locally sourced, Bay Area, San Jose centric, independent music, which is at eplex.xyz. No commercials except for our stupid ones. And it's all genres and uncensored, and you should fucking leave it playing 24 hours a day, except for when we break in and do shows.
Oh, if you don't like that we break in and do shows, when you go to the thing, you go to eplex.xyz and it redirects to a channel. You just put a 2 at the end of the URL, and now you don't have to listen to our show. The music is on shuffle there too.
Yep.
I've thought of everything, and and for the most part, it's like useless.
So bad. It's just that's what I've learned. We're talking about what we've learned, and
not the wiki.
Thank you for fucking hanging out with us these last couple of days.
When I saw that,
not the wiki though. The wiki is not useless. You just start clicking through there. It is a plethora of interesting and fucking confusing.
If you really want to learn lore, that's where you go.
I don't want that to happen. That's not good. Yeah. Ellen, notice how he jumped on the Mexico trip, but didn't mention the money he owes or borrowed. Right.
Wait, who?
Because that was in black and white. Yep.
Man, if I go to Mexico with you and I don't end up owing you money at the end of the trip wasn't that much fun. I'm just telling you.
I don't think he did, but I didn't watch him. I didn't watch the whole thing either. If someone else saw
it. Gary, I got to bring Gary Arnold back on. Media Lunch, when we have Gary Arnold on next time for bingo, you got to come on. He's such a sweet man who thinks that he talks to the spirits through a track phone. He's such a sweet man.
I mean, yeah, I'll do whatever.
I say that, but yeah, he was harping on that.
Oh, finally! I was wondering when trans women were going to get here. All the trans.
And he didn't show any receipts.
Fuck yeah.
He didn't show the rest of the conversation where this.
I feel like I have to say that because the anti-Scientology community is watching our YouTube. So trans rights.
Supposedly, this one said this one that was like I don't know. I mean, I've seen like something from the Bible. It says you'll know them by their fruits. I've known Alan for a while.
You will know them by their fruit.
Met him in person twice. He stayed in my home.
You know me by my fruit.
I would.
The Chiquita Banana Lady, especially.
They are outstanding people. They've proven that to me over and over and over. I don't know Tommy that well, but what I've seen, I don't like. And what he did to me yesterday morning was absolutely shitty and wrong. And
trans women, can I be your first guest once you get that set up, which you'll probably need my help with?
Possibly a little bit illegal. So, yeah. So who am I more apt to believe? Who's more credible? I would say Alan.
Wait, who? Alan? We're actively trying to avoid knowing who Alan is.
It was so good to see the old crew members again. They are what made.
Oh, we're getting the band back
so
together.
Good. Yeah, that's what I hear. I'm so glad. I'm so glad you had a little reunion there. Yeah. Yes, we do. We have a star starring in the chat. That's right.
Whenever we do politic, if the game that you're playing runs on Linux, I'll install the game and lose badly at it and talk to you.
Jason, Knife Hoarder puts it in words where I always think, duh, why didn't I think of that? Yeah, I know. But then again, I thought I can.
I suck at that.
As a fellow driver, I was fooled. Not anymore. Yeah. He really hit the nail on the head.
10 years ago when the NBA was woke.
Morning, I was listening. I was like, I was getting ready and letting the dogs out and all that stuff. And I'm thinking, oh my God,
I was thinking to myself that my co-host left, but I do that. And I'm the one that controls everything. So
like in hindsight, I can see like he just put it right out there. Like, yeah, then this happened and this is what they're motivated. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah. It's like that. Grooming, for lack of a better word, and desensitizing. And like, it's funny how like Alan said something yesterday.
Somebody on YouTube is like, I'm actually from Lloyd's of London. Very
he said,
funny.
Basically, like, I didn't pick up on this because I don't think that way. I forgot how you said it, Alan, but you were like, it never occurred to me that this would be his motive because I don't think that way, or I didn't think of that. And what Knife Hoarder said this morning about how this Q guy, it was like,
Wait, what? Uh-oh.
Knife Hoarder said this morning about how this Q guy.
Oh, what's that? QZenu?
Yeah.
Are you talking about QA-Ron? Oh, no. Oh, no. Who's Q? Let's fucking go. Q comes back and just starts talking shit about Aaron Smith-Levin.
Wait. But it's just Ron Watkins.
Ron Watkins has fallen so far that he's trying to influence these people.
It was very clever. I mean, it'd be like, let's do a fundraiser. Oh, let's write him letters and try to, personify him and all this, but never.
But if it's a person, you don't have to personify that. They've already been personified. They're a person.
It's personed already.
Yeah, it depends on who you think are people, I suppose, but.
Always having it be like elusive, just like the ring, the money for the ring that supposedly he had that he was going.
Hold on, the money. I thought she was just talking about The Ring, like the movie.
Where the lady crawls out of the well with her hair on backwards. She's all swampy and wet.
I mean, that's Nora, but I'd be rooting for her.
To get money for that was his, which it wasn't. And I've heard stories, are not mine to tell, about that happening with watches as well. So again, allegedly, but yeah, if you hear this enough times, it's pretty much hard not to believe, James Steele, Alan Hepp are beautiful humans. Yes, they are. Awesome. Tina McBride, I thought it was a great video. Why shouldn't we know these things? Yeah, and I'm not doing it to defame anybody.
Aaron gets these people on his side because they share portions of the same community. So if you want to keep your community at a certain level, then you have to
use that
discuss a certain amount of fucking drama to keep and continue to feed that beast. So
money. Oh, you think that's wrong? No, don't generalize it. I don't want you to lie to people.
Why?
Gaslight them and exploit them. Is that too much to ask? I don't think so. C-Spirit, just because someone is a great person to you doesn't mean they're a great person to everyone. And yeah, I agree with that. And that's why, if someone doesn't like somebody that's I'm friends with, maybe they've had a different experience, maybe they see something I don't, unless they're doing something illegal, like what Tommy's doing, if any of my friends, if I saw the receipts that I've seen on him last couple of days, I'd be like, sorry, but no, you'd have to really reform yourself for me to be.
Well, these people aren't your friends.
So I don't know. Unless
I'm just so glad that we ended up in the fucking cluster of fucking streamers and content creators that we ended up in. Like at the very top of the heap is probably like Majority Report, right? Like Sam Cedar and them. But like closer down to like where we're at is like the serfs.
Right. Like Matt Bender.
Matt Bender solo, not with the Majority Report. We're to some extent like the QAnon Anonymous guys. Like, I don't know who the fuck is in any of their chats. I don't know who the fuck their mods are.
Nope.
I don't know anything about, I wish we were like better friends, I suppose, maybe with Lance and Matt in some ways, but like that, we're never going to meet. Like, Matt was out for Netroots Nation and I like showed them around, but he's not my friend. He's not my fucking homie. I don't even know if he remembers that we did that, right? Like, I don't know what they're doing. Redolent Thought, I've been on his show 2 times in the last month. I have no idea what he's talking about. Who's in his chat? I don't know what the fuck Justin's streaming about. I don't know what the fuck when we rate a DJ, what kind of songs they're doing. I don't know what Chris Sonko's singing about. I don't know anything about any of these people.
No.
Because, like, if they do something fucking mind-expandingly stupid, I will hear about it. I think the difference is that the people in her community or doing something mind expansively stupid every 15 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, every half an hour. I was being a little harsh.
It's like it's the grand unified potato theory. All has a similar beginning and a similar ending, and the only thing is adjustable is by the size of the patch.
Well, I just feel like it's like so much easier just to not get like emotionally involved with people that are doing the same kind of content that you are.
Yeah, what? So
like, why would
weird.
you? Like,
it's so weird.
I don't want it. Like, friends, if you're if you're a streamer and you're my friend, and you're like, hey man, I need somebody to talk to. I mean, cool, but I'm not the one, man. I don't know.
I mean,
you.
Don't get us wrong. Like, our community
if you have a
is
GoFundMe, we'll share it. We'll try to help you if you're in a spot, because other people did that for me when I was in a spot and I needed to get out of it. But like, I didn't think that they were my fucking friends. I was like, hey, could you help me with this?
Our community is based on the fact that we don't see our community in this way. And that in this way, we will never put them in a position where they need to be worried about whether or not we're going to be upset about seeing them in somebody else's chat.
Also, we just don't fucking care. Like, we just don't know.
We just don't care.
I just don't fucking know who the fuck was in Time for Tinfoil's chat 3 days ago. I don't fucking know.
I don't fucking care.
I hope it was
honestly,
some of you. I hope a lot of
you
were. I hope a lot of people in our Twitch chat were there, because Time for Tinfoil cool as fuck, right? Like, but I don't fucking know.
I could probably tell you who was in a couple of people that was in Justin's chat a couple of days ago.
Well, all right. Well, I hope they have my permission to fucking be there. Did you tell him it was okay to go there, Media Wench?
I told him that I'm permabanned by you, and if I do,
yeah, Avalon of Babylon, we saw you in Justin's chat, and that's fantastic. Actually,
I will be banned from my own channel if I get caught in Justin's chat.
My kids, knock on wood, have never been in trouble like that, you know. But yeah, I think that it's not right to project that on somebody else. Just like people that are still supporting Recent Tommy, I'm not going to hold it against them. That's their choice. But if they come in my chat, start giving me shit about it, then they're going to get, you know, they usually get either a K, like 1K on.
Well, when did the other two happen, Marilyn?
They did that after the war.
Sorry, everybody. You know what I love about baseball is like when they put the K's up for the strikeouts.
Strikeouts.
They flip they have a third one specifically that's backwards, so that you don't get the wrong fucking idea.
Yeah, no.
I mean, that might change. Who knows?
Argue with people. You know,
what stadium are you at?
Or I'll just be like, peace, you know, whatever. It's like, and then usually somebody from my channel will be like, oh yeah, well, blah, 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 blah. And if they want to do that, they can. But
I have no idea what the people from my channel are telling the people from someone else's channel. And if you came to me with that, Media Wench, I'd be like, Media Wench, you got to stop. What I want to do is
you're doing the thing that you laugh at.
Media Wench, you good, but could you, I mean, we can chat as friends, but for 2 weeks, could you just disengage from the project? But you're not going to do that, because you're going to tell me what somebody was telling somebody else in fucking Justin's chat.
No, unless it was fucking hysterical.
Or specifically about you or me. That was very funny.
Right.
But then if it reached that level, there'd be a clip from Justin about it.
I would just send you
it's like, live and let live, you know? Unless you're hurting people, then you're going to hear from me, most likely. Especially if you're hurting my friends.
But nobody's hurt. None of these people are doing anything to anybody.
No.
Mostly.
My clubs, right?
Mostly.
Okay, just unstarring some things. Hey, Anik Alexander, I was removed as a mod last night from the lifeboat simply because I attended your live.
I want somebody to be like, all right, check this out. I used to be a mod in Matt Binder's channel. And then, I don't know, they found out that I watched your channel and now I'm not a mod there anymore. I would be like, I think you're making things up. This sounds like the thing that don't happen. Like,
what does that even mean?
Like, what are you talking about? Are you sure?
What does that mean?
Didn't comment. So I can only assume that they were using.
Like, she's got to keep track of like drama that's like fucking 3 degrees of separation away from herself. If you like, like, friends, it's okay if you DM us still, but both of our DMs are open until we actually get popular, but only on Discord. Don't DM us anywhere else. Be civilized. Only DM Twitch streamers on Discord. But if you DM us telling us what 2 other people that were chatting, maybe one of them that chats in my channel and then another one that chats in another channel, were telling each other, that would be the time that I'm like, all right, I'm going to put DMs on. No.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yes. Hold
They
on.
were using. Are you fucking kidding me?
Like, I don't care if somebody's like, oh, we were in Time for Tinfoil the other night and they took my my sword away. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, don't DM me about this. This has nothing to do with me. And as a colleague, I think Time for Tinfoil was probably right. Doesn't seem like a rash individual who does crazy things. Oh, but her colleagues are all rash individuals who do crazy things.
Yeah, that's the problem.
They were using @ tags on a computer to figure out who was present. What if you were like hate watching to run over there to sell them? Wow.
Well, I mean, we have, can't say that. A hate watcher is a thing.
Sorry, body mouth. I'm sorry, if Knife Hoarder's in there's probably like, hey, she's swearing, why can't I? You can swear.
Knife Hoarder, get out of Knife Hoarder, leap. Friend, I'm not telling you who to hang out with. Actually, I don't even know.
But
you.
we're suggesting that you disengage.
Right. You don't hang out here either. We're not, I mean, you'd be welcome here, but we're not suggesting that. Just get away from her because you're funny and like in kind of like sort of like a good old boy kind of way that I understand that other people really enjoy. I don't think it's that funny, but I'm able to see outside of myself. It's a big world out there.
I'm so sorry. That's bullshit. That's just so wrong. Full of hope. I got a phone call from Brett today.
Oh, it's at 10 pounds. Hip, hip, cheerio.
He still has the expensive rings and he's going to return them to me. Yeah. Okay. There was a lot of nasty name calling.
Wait, what? I got a phone call from Brett today. He says he still has the expensive rings and he's going to return them. Was there a fucking jewelry heist?
Apparently.
I hate when I don't know about a fucking jewelry heist.
He keeps his promise. Did he send you pictures? Did he send you video showing the rings? Because I think I've heard that before. That he strings people along and it's like, oh yeah, next week.
Oh shit, okay. There's a jewel heist. Oh no, it's Sonic.
We got a cat burglar up in here.
Sonic the Hedgehog's like, I took all of your rings, actually.
You thought I was just going after the ones in the forest. Nope.
Listen, I don't know if you know the whole story. I was just following orders.
Yeah. But I would ask for real time proof. And I shouldn't be calling you nasty names.
Wait, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Sometimes it's time to call somebody nasty. What you call calling people nasty names, I might say, is harsh character assessment.
Instead of just character assessment, it's harsh character assessment.
Yeah, there's no soundboard for
I know, right? No, there isn't.
For the trans women one, but I'll give you a Tila Tequila anyway. This is one of my favorite soundboard hits.
The guys, we be pranking each other like this because we can time travel.
Bullshit. Now, burning my biscuits.
No, it doesn't work that way, trans women.
My biscuits are burning, guys. That's what I say when I want to say I'm fucking pissed off. But when I don't want to swear, I'll just have these. I have these stupid.
My biscuits are burning. If I said that, I think it would just be that I was trying to make biscuits and gravy, and my biscuits were burning.
If you're a member, you can kind of look at the emojis and just send them. I've got Rodney, not real pics, but my little my little crocheted guys. So the whole Rodney thing, people will come out and be like, "Oh, that woman."
The other thing that's I know this is like maybe a criticism of our content that all we're doing is like talking about other content. Like, but if you can just look into a camera for fucking 3 hours and talk, you are crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts.
You are like fucking absolutely out of your fucking mind. There's absolutely fucking something wrong with you. I watched this one thing where I was talking, I forget what I talked about. Oh, it was about the videos that Mike Rinder had put up. And I like said something about the videos. I was like, that was 8.5 minutes. I was talking forever. But these motherfuckers.
False foreign lawyers.
Oh, hell yeah. I don't have to look for it anymore. We'll give you a bonus, Nora.
Let's do it live. We'll do it live.
She, she criticizes people.
That's almost a boomer joke.
People and says they're perverts when she's crochets penis. She, she criticizes people and says they're perverts when she's crochets penises. Well,
all right.
Crochets penises.
She criticizes people and says they're perverts when she's crochets penises. Well, there's a story.
Does she crochet the balls too? Because if she
it has to have something to sit on.
Well, if she doesn't crochet the balls, it could just be a cucumber.
That's
behind that. And a lot of you have been around here for a long time. You
got to have the balls if you're going to crochet the penis. You have to have the balls.
Since I was 10 years old. So
also, like if she crochets like dick and balls, like fucking that's fine too, right? Like whatever. Like if it's an anti-Scientology person, I feel like they should do that more.
More crocheted dicks and balls.
And less talking into microphone.
I've been crocheting forever, right? And I was always sitting in the corner, and I'm not really
because I'm down to clown
person sitting in the corner in the call, listening to all kinds of propaganda and indoctrination on these little cassette players. And I would make things like,
I'm sorry, what? Did you what you just said?
She would listen to cassettes about fucking
we're gonna roll
tiny little tapes.
Little tapes. They're cute. What was that toy we used to get where you're the same age? Remember that little toy you get where they put that little fucking tape in and it was like or whatever it
is. She talking about the answering machine tapes, the tiny little answering machine? Because you could get ones that had like you could do an hour on each side.
If she had to have more than 3 people on her show at the same time, the audio would sound like one of them little digital answering machine tapes.
Oof.
I was always sitting in the corner, and I'm not really a in the corner type person, sitting in the corner in the call, listening to all kinds of propaganda and indoctrination on these little cassette players. And I would make things like blankets and very utilitarian things like dishcloths and sweaters and slippers and all that. And then when I left, I just started making like silly things. And then like when I left,
all right,
the call, and then
oh my God,
space, and we were kind of making fun of Scientology a little bit. I crocheted these little Xenu costumes, and then I just started.
Why wouldn't you make your friend a full ass Xenu costume?
You can make them little baby Xenu costumes. That's not fair. You can't wear those. Needs to be at least 3 times this big.
2009 at fucking San Francisco Pride, I saw 2 Xenus. People were just fucking dressed as Xenu.
Those are rookie numbers. We got to pump up those numbers.
So
Trans women, I'm not watching. Put it in my Discord. Put it in the peanut gallery. The other people.
Just said that they got these goldenrod declares. It's called when they're declared an SP in Scientology. So they used to do this. Now they don't.
Xenu, you're even spelling. You can't even put the right respect on Xenu. spelling the name wrong.
Because they don't want people showing them and be like, oh, look, giving them bad publicity.
Well, if you get that information before you're allowed to, and your head explodes. So
Fair enough. Avalon of Babylon's head has not exploded yet.
And they
As
were,
far as we know.
Color.
Well, we don't know. Can you still chat on Twitch after your head explodes? The world may never know.
Probably.
Trans women. No, that's Streets LA. Like, I'm not like hella mad at Streets LA, and we haven't like done content about Streets LA, but nah, it's a First Amendment auditor, and that shit's like annoying. No, there's no drama. That's a First Amendment auditor. There's no drama. You make your own decision. Trans women can make their own decisions.
Mm-hmm.
They're like a boss babe, actually.
And I don't know if I have the little one here. No, not yet. I don't
Might even be like the leading real estate agent in your neighborhood.
think so. They must be up there. But yeah, so I just had this little thing. I was actually talking to Laura FM, and we were
you should do your own research. Oh, that's a fucking drop too. That's an old drop.
Yeah.
The oldest drop on here actually is
it
you
really?
should do your own research.
It's from episode 1 of the Plex. Like, how do you get older than that?
You should do your own research.
and I was like, I'm going to crochet a golden penis, because the golden rod, get it? Golden rod. And she's like, yeah.
I mean, I get
You're
it.
on camera, a strange dick pops through a hole and you suck it.
Oh, they do that again. That's my favorite. I took that off the soundboard. I forget why.
You're on camera, a strange dick pops through a hole and you suck it.
That is also from episode 1 of the Plex. Episode 2 of the Plex does not exist as far as I know.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh, let's name him. Somebody in the chat was like, name him Rodney. Well, then, they're very, Scientology is very homophobic.
Nick Rhythm was describing
a glory hole.
It was literally surprise glory hole porn, but done like a game show.
Phobic, and it was
the world was a better place back in 2015 is what I'm saying.
I crocheted a bunch of rainbow ones, and that was Raymond, because it's like Rodney and Raymond, and that's his husband. So
wait, what?
That's how that all happened.
Bitch, make me famous.
Of them, and yeah, that's how it happened. So, Ellen Ballantyne, you weren't the only one removed. Oh,
wait, what?
Wow. Level up. Yeah, they're battening down the hatches. That's doubling down. Wow. Well,
wow.
You know what?
Wow.
I think we might have missed something, and I don't want to venture into like. No, I'll do. Is this lady stupid? And I don't mean like wrong about things.
She's like trying to be a drama channel without trying to be a drama channel.
What I'm asking is, if you had like a 7-step process to explain to this person, would it be difficult or easy?
Impossible.
All right.
Last time this happened was on Reese's Facebook group, and people were at.
Wait, Reese has a Facebook. Oh, friend. Oh, we are about to upset the apple cart.
Right.
Yo. There's an apparatus of barnyard animals that has been reactivated.
I was kind of joking. Dozens with cousins. It wasn't that many, but people were.
Did she just say dozens of cousins? Where does she live?
People were. I was kind of joking. Dozens with cousins. It wasn't that many, but.
All right. I mean, were you? She's married.
People were sending me screenshots. I was like, I didn't ask for them. They were just sending me screenshots. I'm like, holy shit! And then some of them got banned, and some of them didn't.
DM'd me things I didn't ask. Why didn't media? Once you're going to DM me tomorrow about something, I didn't ask for it. Right? Like, if you were.
It could be a picture of food. It could be a word or a sentence. A cat.
It could be like a. And I mean like a short paragraph. You and me, we got a limit on our. We a short paragraph about what happened in Shasta County.
Yeah, they can't get them all. They're not going to know how many moles there are in there.
Moles. All right.
Yeah, does that Does that strike you as a bit cult-like and nefarious? Almost cyber stalking. Yeah.
No.
I mean, I'd almost positively venture to say some of you guys, are sort of cult survivors yourself, getting out of that kind of thing. At least course of control. Yeah.
Yeah, this is like buzzword salad. This is stupid. There's no real analysis in what she's doing.
Mm-mm.
Like people, their criticisms of ours are probably few and valid, I suppose. but there's no real analysis here of like what's happening to people when they end up in these places where the demand or control is too high on them.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing here. It's like a
There's nothing to command or control here. This is like the fucking lady whistle down of this ex-Scientology community.
It's like she's hurting people, and that's it. Actually, she's like, "Hey, everybody, come here." Like analyzing what's going on is hard.
Mm-hmm.
In these like internet groups that are where there's control and demand, but it isn't like the fucking Branch Davidians or Scientology or I don't know, like a Boss Babe Facebook group, right? Like where it's a little more muddy, I suppose, the ways in which like people are trying to like manipulate other people to get what they want. But offering a space where all people do is try, essentially, I think she offers a space where people are just trying to do that shit to each other. Trying to manipulate
This is like a
other
tattle channel.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was talking while you were talking. Go ahead.
My bad.
No, it was my bad, actually. I do that to another co-host when they talk over me. But if I do that, if I'm saying I'm sorry I was talking while you were talking, I mean it. When I'm talking to you, when I have you on.
It's just like a tattle channel. Everybody's tattling on each other.
Oh, no. Oh, dude, the fucking Tattle channel. Oh, my God. Everybody, it was the Tattle channel with coffee, a word we need Australian to say, and crafts.
Oh, I did hear that. Fuck off right into the ether. Yeah.
Yeah, they tattled on you. Now you can fuck off right into the ether. Oh my God, a Tattle channel. Can you high five? Can you put your hand towards my high five? Fucking Tattle channel, baby. Tattle channel.
I did hear that. Funny they say ether, right? James with the dad jokes. My boss told me I was fired due to my poor communication skills. I just didn't know what to say. You're speechless, right? It's funny. Oh God, the dungeon. Yeah, mischief's down in the dungeon. Full of yarn. That's true, Sophie. Marilyn, sometimes it takes one person to say it, give others courage to also speak. Yeah. He threatened.
Well, she hasn't really said anything.
Really? What did he say? Do you know? Well, yeah, if anybody has a timestamp, I couldn't watch the whole thing because it's just so triggering, kind of boring too. Oh, thank you, Anna. You're a sweetheart. I can be real nasty if people attack Marilyn. Oh, thank you. Just saying, forgiveness doesn't come easy. And I hope that if I do something stupid, you'll tell me that too. Kick my ass. Okay. He tried to say he wrote you a nice, by calling me Sunshine. Well, all they got to do is, if anyone's listening, hopefully you won't be caught over here. Yeah. All you got to do is look at my community page, and I put it all out there.
Oh, that's right. There's a whole ass Twitter on YouTube. Have you found that, Meaty Wench? You don't even know what I'm talking about.
I think I accidentally found it the other day.
Yo.
And I was like, what the fuck is this? And then I was like, I'm on YouTube. What the fuck is this?
It's the
And then I was like,
craziest-
oh, and then I backed out of it.
It's the craziest part of YouTube, the community page where people like tweet. You tweet or whatever it is, tweet tube, whatever it is that we're doing over there.
I haven't logged it.
Oh, go ahead.
I haven't been logged into Twitter in, I don't know, 3 or 4 months. However long I've been on Blue Sky.
You should be tweet tubing on our behalf. Just be as spicy as possible. Fucking fuck it. Like, it's such a crazy place.
Yeah, sure.
2 right back to back. I didn't answer him. I did answer him on here. 2 right back to back. I didn't answer him. I did answer him.
Oh, so all right, me too. Actually, I either did or did not answer.
Oh, wait, I'm on here. Yeah, you can F off into the ether too. And whatever else you take.
What?
Whatever your choice, your
Does she hate? Does the person hate ether? I mean, I wouldn't do it.
of choices. You know, just fuck off. I'm just ugh. It just makes me mad, and not for myself, but for.
Oh, I love Twitter, but only for the reason that I can just like talk shit to dumbasses, because there's just dumbasses everywhere on Twitter. I'm not doing anything. It's not good for me. I should probably not do it myself. Like, there's no advantage to like.
I mean, getting kicked off of there again would be pretty funny.
Oh, I could get kicked off of Twitter. I've been trying.
No, you haven't. Otherwise, you'd be kicked off.
Ooh, I've been talking about Apartheid Clyde's botched penis surgery. I feel like you're going to get kicked off of Twitter for something as like a non-public figure, a non-famous person. Being like, his dick now looks like a question mark because he tried to make it bigger and it didn't work. And then he bought some lady a horse after he showed it to her. Like, I feel like if you're going to get kicked off of Twitter as a nobody, that's probably how you're going to do it.
His penis is about as effective as a SpaceX rocket.
I don't know. He'd be having hella kids, but I think it's some kind of fucking.
Yeah, but so does Nick Cannon.
Some kind of like biological project.
I bet Nick Cannon's kids contribute more to society than any of Elon's ever will.
That feel like they can't come from.
Except for the meat shield that he carries around with him that says snarky things to Trump. That's pretty funny.
They'll feel that. I thought Real's gonna have to crochet me a penis with a big Cialis. Okay, I don't know.
That's actually really funny, you dumb lady. Like, yeah, if you're crocheting dicks, put a Cialis logo on like half of them. Yeah, that's really funny.
Like, but I can.
That's a really funny crochet.
I'm a firm believer that anything can be crocheted. If it can be sketched, it can be crocheted.
That's great.
Depends on the size.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a paper with just like a transcript of your own show in 8-point font and be like, crochet this, lady.
Good night, L. Ron Hubbard. Please don't throw anybody off of your boat, and tell Mr. Crowley we said hello.
And L. Ron Hubbard, you were an awkward teenager.
Hey, great gig in the
Don't drop any bombs off the coast of Oregon.
Myself. Okay, I'm gonna try to speed it up a little bit. Yeah. Microwave tea. Oh, I'm getting in trouble. Bishop's going like this. Yeah. Microwave tea. Oh, I'm getting in trouble. Bishop's going like this. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Joel. Hey, friend. Thank you for the super chat. I know the last few days have been wild. Good job. Proud of you. Thank you. We got to catch up sometime, but thank you.
Thank
you.
The last few days have been wild because 2 other fucking ex-Scientologists have had drama with it themselves. That's like, the fuck does that have to do with you? Like, absolutely nothing. Oh, but it's been wild. So everybody, that's
right. We might say that it's been taking up a little more of our time than it otherwise should to try to cover this, whatever that means. But that's
because we're like so fascinated with these feuds that happen over literally nothing.
Did you know I had time between all of this to throw an event at a nightclub that more or less no one went to? Like no, this wasn't that stressful for me. losing a little money on my nightclub event was a little bit stressful for me, but like, there's nothing like fucking like, what the fuck?
Okay. He's in Queen of Awkwardness. Nice, because he said this is not a threat and saying condescendingly, sweetheart.
Yeah, this shit. Stop doing this in my chat too.
Yeah.
Stop having whole ass conversations.
It's like calling somebody honey. Like, don't call me honey. All the sunshine. I can't remember what he called me, but it's like calling somebody honey. Like,
oh, that was good. The one time that the first time Madison Star Moon called in and Harrison was just drunk and was shedding a little misogyny, I think, at that point. Had fully shed it maybe 6 months later, but he called her honey. Yeah.
Call me honey. Although I do it, but I mean it. I'm not
Wait, what?
Honey. Yeah.
No, I don't call anybody honey.
It was a whole thing. Okay, I'm way behind. Yeah, don't send naked pics, please. Yeah.
I'm way behind too. I'm not reading any of the chats on the air.
Oh, thank you. Oh boy, do I have to sing? It's raining cups. Hallelujah. It's raining cups. Amen.
Raining cops? I hope not. Not in the fucking gay club. My God, have you read a history book, you dumb bitch? Like what are you talking? It's raining cops.
Cups.
Oh, all right.
Bishop's dance.
Whoever this is, gifted 5 Marilyn Honig Coffee Cults and Crafts memberships.
This is the part of the stream where I'm supposed to do the thing where I'm like, people are giving this dumb person money and none of you have given me any money, but I'm not going to do that. all cups are bad.
Thank you. Still clap too. I know how that annoys some people. There's actually a little emoji for the steel cap. Thank you so much, Janet, from Another Planet. I appreciate that.
Hell is a dinner party where the only people you can talk to, you and me are there together. Don't get me wrong, because if it's hell, we're probably both there together. But hell is a dinner party where the only people we could talk to is her. Madison Star Moon ain't there. Madison Star Moon is in purgatory. Hell is her, a Jim Lee, and Nick Fuentes.
I love when we get more, and I will do some more streams.
And after like about fucking half an hour in hell, you'd be like, Dave, stop trying to sleep with Nick Fuentes.
Oh God.
Fun. My ex was a bookman. She knew her way. Oh, geez. Oh, wow. Hey, Lukawa. I know I hadn't seen you in a while. 2 for 2 here. That's awesome.
Oh, I just showed up. I haven't been here in a while. Let's highlight that and put it on. Fucking shut the. What the? Just put your chat on the screen.
Just put it on the screen, dude.
If it's fucking scrolling so fast that people can't read it, that's like a flex, I suppose.
You ever seen try to look at Hassan's fucking chat? It's impossible.
Yeah, Tina McBride. Someone acts like
it was a valiant effort for a while. You were in there like during the day. You were like, hey, raid us, raid Echoplex. And then he even talked about it, which was pretty impressive.
It was pretty funny.
He told you he wasn't going to do that, but
that's right. Folks. He's kind of a dick about it.
No one's a savior. I don't believe in that. You know, you can save yourself, right?
Can you?
Doug, hey Doug, good to see you. Good morning. Are you disgusting? Please. Oh, thank you. These people need to look in the mirror. Great live yesterday. Thank you, Doug. So glad you're here.
Who the fuck is Doug?
And thank you for becoming a member yourself. Thank you, Janet from Another Planet. I see
like a fucking seal.
That's so cute.
Except I don't know. I'd like rather hang out with a seal.
Oh,
the seal's weird and like not gonna be the best conversationalist. But if the seal starts to like me, it will bite a bitch if they come at me. So
and they're pretty cute.
Fortunately,
and they're never going to turn on you because they're too stupid to decide not to like you later. Not because there's anything wrong with them. They're just a seal.
I can't afford to be. Oh, I wish I could choose. You know what? Let me see if I can gift some. It's kind of a roll of the dice here, but
wait, what?
Depending on how.
She's not even trying to give out a shirt.
YouTube.
I'm like, oh, I'd like to give something out. I could do that. It's a shirt. It's not like a
Give me 1 second.
like a membership for YouTube that now they fucking email you over and over again.
What?
That's why I don't give out like like subs on like Patreon or Fourth Wall. We could do either of those in the channel, and the bot would do it the same as the shirt. But if I give you a sub on Fourth Wall, it's just like now it's going to email you and be like, give this guy $5 a month. And it's like, well, but you never did that in the first place.
Yeah.
Okay. I do.
Bitch, that's our bit.
I wish
Also, we have better music for that.
Yeah, but I can't. Okay. Membership gifting. Buy memberships. Oh, I have 10 left to give. Okay, cool. Give 5. Oh, Alan, thank you. You didn't have to do that.
Who's Alan? Oh, I think it's the guy she was talking about earlier that I don't want to know.
We're going to
anything about.
have give some more. Let's see.
Oh, somebody new followed us because this is great content right now. That's Tatiana Tai. Is that right? Thank you for following.
We got 20.
Well, that's the first time I didn't fucking butcher somebody's name. Look at that.
Thank you.
Well, yeah,
you got
Tatani Tai.
one from Alan.
Tatiana. Oh, I did butcher their name. Thanks.
That's so sweet.
I was feeling pretty good about myself.
My
abilities as a
proven pain
broadcaster. welcome. And the Ukraine flag plus. Ooh, I feel like Can we also get like a Palestine flag there? Actually,
awesome. And I think that you have to turn on. Hopefully, none of you have what's that called? The branding ones. But if you don't have that, then you could.
Fuck yeah! All right.
Turn on your gifting if you don't get the gift thing. Make sure it's turned on. So. All right. Let me. New comments. Oh, thank you, Superstorm Day. Appreciate it. Oh my God, more? Oh my God. It's rain and cubs. Hallelujah. Thank
Hallelujah.
you. No, I'm glad you reminded me because I've been meaning to do that. Did you get one yet? Oh, do you have a brand account?
Wait, what?
How many followers? Yeah, how many subs does she have?
A lot.
Like, how many is a lot?
21,000.
That's a lot.
Those are followers.
Colts for be Colton. Hey, sweetie.
Followers.
Oh, fucking hold on. Colts be Colton. You see the person? You can you see the image of the person?
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget to follow us on social media for beautiful food and inspiration.
She's one of my mods. She's kind of in and out because she's a very important person.
She owns a cupcake shop in Ventura.
Yeah, so glad you're here. And thank you so much for all the gifted membership. Awakened by the Looking Glass.
Wait, Maryland only has 5,000. Colts Coffee and go fuck yourself. Hold on, only 5,000 subs? I thought she had like 20. Oh. Well, she's about grand scheme of things, about as popular as we are.
DMs are like Pandora's box at me.
That's a weird assessment to make. I'm going to say in the grand scheme of things, about as popular as we are.
Crazy,
which means that we suck at marketing.
Not to read them, but the results are worth it. It shows that they do not matter in your world. Yeah, that's what I learned. We're talking about things we learned. I've learned to stay.
Oh, well, you great. She's like, I've learned 4 things in my entire life.
Away from things like Discord and what's the other one? Reddit.
Wait, no, things like Discord. What do you mean stay away from things like Discord? That's just a chat room. You just joined the wrong chat room.
Yeah, just use Discord, right?
And all that. Yeah, they're just, to me, I don't.
She thinks Discord is like the fucking PTS Discord that we're in, right? I think she thinks that's what Discord. I'm not kidding. Like this lady is fucking stupid. She thinks that Discord is the PTS Discord. She doesn't think that there's like my God, she's into crafting and she thinks Discord is evil. There's like hell of like knitting groups and shit that she could be on. Oh, dude, homegirl.
Yeah.
You are fucking mind-expandingly stupid.
She's doing herself a disservice.
I don't know if that's true. Because I'm not sure that she's like good, or I don't know. If you're a bad person, are you doing yourself a disservice by doing a bad thing to yourself?
Yeah. You're hindering yourself from doing more bad things to other people. So that's
I
kind
never
of the
thought I
same
would
thing.
say this. I think you're nicer than I am. I used to think you were meaner than I am.
Changes. That goes back. That goes. It changes.
We're going 59 or 49, 51, 51, 49. Like, who's meaner and who's nicer?
Yeah.
Lighting very small joints sucks. This is the one thing about living with you that I miss. Is that I didn't. It's not that I'm out of weed. It's just that this is the only joint I have.
Hey, sweetie.
If I lived with you, there'd be like 6 of them just on the
to
table.
your stream. We'll be there with bells on. Thanks for making more cubs. Yes, thank you.
With bells on.
Hey, Club Brain Fog. Rodney's going with me to the org today. Yes, I made her a mini one. It ended up being sort of big.
Wait, what's happening at the org?
But yeah, Rodney's going to the org with me. He's in my Hello Kitty bucket bag.
Like, one of my goals is to throw a rave in an abandoned Scientology center.
That would be awesome.
I can have him looking at the top of the bag. His hat will say, yeah, keep his hat on.
I would teach Aaron Smith-Levin to DJ just so that everybody could boo him.
My goodness. Yeah, it's a little one he's got. So he looks like a golden rod and his feet say SBTV and he has a hat on. It's a sailor hat, you know. So yeah. And if you take his hat off,
I'd make them release Danny Masterson from prison so that DJ Donkey Punch could play at my rave at the abandoned Scientology center. People be giving us money now. Oh yeah, you're giving me money now.
DJ Donkey Punch.
You know what that means, right?
I don't know. I don't know if I even want to know.
A donkey punch means punching somebody in the pussy.
Ow, that hurt.
Like, it would never, even if I was in a fight with a woman, which, I don't know, I hope I never get in a fight again. Fighting is bad and stupid, and you should run away from all fights, actually, if somebody wants to fight you. Because the alternative is getting in a fight.
Right.
But I would never, like, if I had to fight a woman, why would I? That doesn't seem like the right place. It's not like men with their balls.
Well, I mean, there's a whole bundle of nerves up front there that's pretty fucking sensitive.
Yeah.
And the bone is way closer to the surface.
Drake, you're wrong. It means other things, too.
Yeah, no, I've, like, you hit that on accident and it hurts like a motherfucker.
I'm just telling you that the donkey punch, it was that, like...
Yeah. He's bald.
All right. Whatever.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm glad you like him. Club Brain Fog. Good to see you, honey. I like to...
This is like forever Miss Nancy.
Except you liked Miss Nancy. Like, Miss Nancy was a nice lady who wasn't like fucking like trying to manipulate you because you'd been abused by a person, an organization, or maybe you were a former drug addict. Miss Nancy was just like nice.
Seen your streams lately. Sometimes they're on replay, but I always just go and listen to her voice and stare at her door. Stare at the door. Just go.
I'm sorry. Wait, what? This is a little bit weird.
Your streams lately. Sometimes they're on replay, but I always just go and listen to her voice and stare at her door.
Like her front door? I heard this podcast. I listened to the voice of the podcast, and I went to the podcaster's house and just looked at their front door. Check this out.
I like to. I have seen your streams lately. Sometimes they're on replay, but I always just go and listen to her voice and stare at her door. Stare at.
It seems like she's staring. I mean, unless I'm hearing this wrong.
She says both. I think she stares at their door and then stares at her door.
At the door that she is always standing in front of, a Scientology org. It's a beautiful door. It's like this kind of scrolly. I love wrought iron. It's very.
This is all over the place.
And that's one way I relax.
This is worse than I'm going to be in 3 hours if I'm still streaming.
So listen to Brain Fog's voice.
Let's be honest here.
Voice. My favorite. All right, let me go. Oh my God, there's so many starred. Let me through these. Yep, Sharon, sometimes the truth needs to come out. Yep. Yeah, I wish this wasn't true, but Zombie Turtle Whisperer, I think you're on target.
Zombie Turtle Whisperer.
If they had the, I wouldn't be as impressed. If somebody joined our channel, the Zombie Turtle Whisperer, I'd be like, everybody's so creative.
But Zombie Turtle Whisperer, I think you're on target here. Unfortunately, it's probably true. Put on a serious note. Oh, I think Tommy absolutely preys on vulnerable people for personal and financial gain, and it's not.
I mean, that's what I'm vulnerable. Fuck, I keep forgetting that we're not doing any of that. We're trying to like monetize like a group of the most cynical people in the world.
Yeah, it's like hurting mosquitoes.
I never mentioned her son, but
I'm glad there's a few people whose names are that we've met that are who we've met in the course of our travels. Otherwise, I might be in like a whole different ass place.
Yeah, my heart goes out to him, and I hope for his sake and even Reese's sake that they're not around when that happens. I think it will. I do. Reese peddles friendship prostitution.
Knife hoarder, get out of there, friend. You have to leave. Like, I don't care. Like, jump in the trunk of a car. Like, I don't care what you have to do. Get out. Like, astral project yourself to Jupiter. I don't know what you're into. Get out of this community, knife hoarder.
Yeet yourself right on out.
Unless there could be a way in which I am misjudging, and if Knife Hoarder knows what they're doing and they're just like drunk and just in there, Knife Hoarder's supposed to be sober, but like whatever.
I really can't.
Producer Dave.
Now you got to go.
Now I'm going to bounce out, but before I do, while we still have people over on
that's
Twitter,
great. You're giving me time to like remove you from the overlay. Go ahead.
Homies on YouTube, I'm going to fucking bounce out. Homies on Twitch, I am too, but. For the homies on YouTube, please come and join us tomorrow at 7 p.m. Pacific for the Plex. That is our most basic level news show that we do at a reasonable time so that everybody can get a kind of an idea of the other things that we do here on this channel, because it isn't just this. It's not just this. This was just to get you here. Now come and hang out for the rest of the stuff. Okay. Love y'all. Have a wonderful night. See you later. Bye. Bye.
Working with that, that's kind of what it seems like. Sophie, when you're dependent on doing it for money, it becomes about performance for the audience, and it loses.
Yeah, that's what we're doing here. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think
that's a fucking philosophy again.
If you're not,
get out of here.
If you're the product, that could be true. As far as like,
you are the product. Everything could be fantastic.
How you have to perform for people to give you money.
Yeah. That's actually being an entertainer. That's what that means. That's how that works. It's not great. Don't recommend it. But yeah, if you're an entertainer and that's your occupation, your profession, yeah, you got to entertain people to make money. I don't know.
I think that people that like, okay, so
Carl in the fucking YouTube chat or the Twitch chat is like, I actually like this better than you talking about these geniuses on the intellectual Dollar Tree. I'll take a note of that, actually. Thank you, Carl. It's a valuable feedback and input.
So not to use examples, but people that have like a product, like true crime, like my friend.
Wait, hold on. I think the statement you're making there is broader and more important, is that what we're watching here with these people all getting mad at each other is not that much smarter or more intellectual than watching Brett and Eric Weinstein and Sam Harris and fucking Joe. We can't watch Joe Rogan. He has got a strong legal team, I suppose. And fucking Steven Pinker and all those fucking IDW weirdos. It's not that different. More evidence for grand unified potato theory. I have to pee though. I'll be right back.
Friend Rabbit. She stays up on all of the latest things. She did something.
Oh, the Rabbit, the person that sent a fucking legal letter to Mike Rinder's people or whatever and signed it Rabbit. Like that's how you sign a fucking legal document. Yeah, that Rabbit. I know who they're talking about.
On Gene Hackman. I don't know if like his wife,
Gene Hackman was killed because he knew too much about Aaron Smith-Levin.
Dog passed away together overnight, and I think it was most likely CO2. It was most likely carbon monoxide poisoning. And yep, she was on it right this morning. So if you're giving somebody a service, like yeah, I guess friendship. Well, I don't know. I don't know how I feel like about that, but whatever. I'm not judging as long as people aren't being hurt and exploited. That's it. But yeah, I mean, people that talk about things like I talk about all the things. And if you want to support me, you can support me with your eyeballs. You can support me, by being a member, whatever. But it's definitely not something I'm going to pressure somebody and manipulate them into being. Yeah. Hey, James, thank you. I'm grateful you keep streaming around. You guys help me so much. I'm so glad. I think we all help each other. Yeah. And I feel like in a lot of ways, this is like a recovery channel. Rolling Stone, true confession. My most embarrassing moment on YouTube was an attempt to comfort crying Reese by telling her she was a good mother. I told her, I remember one time, and it was mostly a joke, but it was like, we talked about the body image thing, and I was joking, but she was saying, hey, is there any men in the audience who would bone me? And there's like some men, and some of them were married, and some of them have been attacked by Tommy for agreeing with her and be like, yeah, I'd bone you, whatever. And just joking, because when someone's flirting and you flirt back, and then all of a sudden they feel uncomfortable, it's like, and then, they get threatened. It's like, okay, well, let's have communication here. We don't want people being uncomfortable. We also don't want people to be, threatened for something they didn't mean to do, So I was joking like, oh, if I was a guy, and this is early on. Yeah, if I was a guy, I would, but then it started to get a little.
No, this is so weird. People aren't flirting. I was hearing this while I was pouring a drink, and I dropped the bottle of tonic. Sometimes things go wrong when you're trying to do things and quickly. I heard this. Nobody was flirting here. These were people in a chat talking to a streamer. And I'm going to be like, hey, if you could hook up with me, would you? Except I'm never going to ask you that. And I don't want the answer to that question. That's crazy for me to ask the people that are watching my stream. First of all, I know you all would. But also, it's fucking, why are you entertaining this as a topic of conversation? This is fucking gross. This is all fucking gross. You'd ask me? Yeah, people are like, excuse you. Yeah, you'd be the one hitting on me. No, but this is fucking gross. I don't care if somebody's on my show. I don't have any problem. A fucking Proudly Radical Kai fucking smoke show. I say it every time we raid Proudly Radical. But I'm not asking you if you would, because of course you would.
A little bit, yeah, icky. And then once Tommy came into the picture, I was done. Something just gave me stranger danger. And
stranger danger, but that's a stupid. I mean, for kids, yeah. If you don't know somebody, stay away from them. Lady, you're like fucking 40. You should not be afraid of strangers, especially if they show up on some other fucking idiot's YouTube channel. oh, there's some other dumb fuck is showing up on some dumb fuck's YouTube channel who I pretend I'm friends with. I mean, is stranger danger? Maybe. That whole scene should give everybody stranger danger, even if you already know the person.
I stream with her 5 times pretty regularly, every couple
No,
weeks.
you don't have to fucking stop it. I don't care if you want to sleep with me. I'm just glad you spend your evenings with me when you can't sleep.
You know, I probably knew her for 5 months. We streamed once a month pretty regularly. And then
Trans women, are you suggesting we end the show?
I'd say pretty faithfully once a month from like August, September, October, November, December. And then I think he started, well, she fell in love with him. We know that from the group, from the screenshot.
But that's crazy. The thing you're describing is crazy. The thing that she is describing here is fucking crazy, and it just shouldn't happen. What do you mean? We're both YouTubers and now we fell in love or some shit. Get the fuck out of here. No, you didn't. It's no wonder whatever it is all ended in fucking tears. I don't know, YouTube channel, and I don't like Scientology, or I actually don't know why I'm here. I don't know. I'm just supporting Aaron or Smith-Levin, or like not supporting Aaron Smith-Levin, and now I'm in love. Get the fuck out of here.
Shots in January, and that's when I bowed out. I took September, October, November, December. And then I think he started, well, she fell in love with him. We know that from the group, from the screenshots in January. And that's when I bowed out.
Yeah, because you wanted whoever this is to fall in love with you over the internet, maybe. Like, who fucking knows what was actually going on here?
Something clicked in me, and I was like, I need to get
love of the streamer.
I'm glad I did. And then, once in a while, I'd hop in and say hi, and she'd be like, where have you been? I'm like,
Drake, this is Marilyn Honig. Her name is Coffee, Cults, and Crafts on YouTube.
You've never been in my chat, but whatever. Yeah.
Whatever.
Force of delightful nature. This is a sad situation, but it was helpful to hear Hef and Alan's experience.
Who the fuck are Hef and Alan?
Made me want to participate in chat. I'm grateful for her for that, but mistreating people.
What are these people?
Yeah,
like,
and
what is happening here? The fucking
that's a really good
Toastmasters
point.
group.
There's some things I think we touched on this week sometime about like trying to rewind or rewrite history in our life. Like if you could go back, like you were hurt at a certain time, like me with the cult. If I went back and erased the things that were awful about my experience, I may be erasing the good things, which is my husband and my kids. So,
yeah. You met your husband when you were in a cult. I mean, there's like a fucking romance story, right? Where you and your fucking soulmate escape like a control demand group, but there's other scenarios.
I think it's a matter of like being able to, and it takes time, I think, and it takes healing to say, hey, I'm grateful for this person, for this thing that they helped me. It's not their old.
Oh yeah. If you're in YouTube and you can't sleep right now,
I think it's.
Ooh, I don't know if AA is better than the Toastmasters. Now we have the fucking other question. I wish I could ask this lady. I was going to call her Reese, but this is the other one. It's a Marilyn.
Not black and white, right? Black and white thinking is culty thinking. So yeah, the only thing is you got to protect yourself from falling back into it, right? And like I said, Tommy helped me when I quit smoking.
I mean, she's trying to do a good thing here, but she doesn't have.
Popped into his chat and I kind of, said something. He said something that really helped me a lot. And I was like, oh, and I even thought about it last.
Oh, Dingbat sent us bits. Thank you.
It was like,
Dingbat. Oh, it was 16 minutes ago. How rude of me.
Manipulates the dopamine levels in your body and in your brain.
I don't think we can do that most of the time. At least that's not what we're trying to do to each other here in this world and here in the fucking cyberspace where people are mad at each other. I don't think people are really trying to manipulate dopamine levels in people's brains, but she believes in dopamine and like brain chemistry. So, we'll take the little tiny win where we can get it.
and it gets to like trained to rely on certain thing for that feeling. Like there became like a cigarette shaped hole that only a cigarette, not a vape, nothing could fill. And so I realized, I was like, you know what?
No, that's just an addiction. Yeah, you get addicted to cigarettes. I don't have any cigarettes right now, which is good. But like, yeah, you get addicted to cigarettes.
I'm tricking myself into being dependent on this because I haven't had any nicotine in months. But why am I craving that? It's because I got to depend on it. It was something that brought me.
I don't buy this. She'd be chain smoking a whole pack a day.
Like clear, I don't know, like comfort and all that. Now I just like fold my hair because it is a comfort thing. It's like, sorry, I'm trying not to, but it's very hard not to. It's just,
a cigarette shape isn't like, I guess like, I was just thinking a cigarette shape hole, like a bullet hole, or just a little tiny circle like this, like a fucking hole in you.
Something I used to pull my hair out when I was young, and I know we talk about, like, I'm sorry guys, like it's just too much information.
So like the other thing that's going on here, like if she's telling the truth, then like that sucks that she like felt like that she needed to pull her hair, or you don't really even feel like you need to do that. But also I think she might be bullshitting you, because there's no way for us to verify like anybody's like sort of weird like childhood origin story.
To the foster home with a lot of my hair pulled out. I wet the bed. I had been through a ton of trauma. I'm not, I now have hair and I don't wet the bed anymore, but I had no
I think she might be bullshitting you, because I do not trust this person. I think this is a deeply untrustworthy person. I don't think the broad strokes of her backstory are untrue. I think she was probably raised in a cult, and her and her family somehow got out of the cult, something like that. Sure. But otherwise, I think she's probably a bullshitter.
No counseling until I was 16, and when I ran away. And then finally I had some counseling, and and in the cult I had no counseling.
Yeah. Curiouser and curiouser. Is she going to disappoint you too? We've been here before.
For Marlene, my cult leader.
But also the problem with it is, shut the fuck. Also the problem is we're never going to know, because this is like this person's medical history. And it's one of the things like I bang on and on about here and on social media, is if somebody starts making medical claims about themselves, their kids, their friends, there's no way for you to check, actually. And that's not bad. That's good. You don't want somebody checking your medical records.
Which didn't help any. But now I've had some, and I think that it has helped me a lot. But yeah, I try to be, I'm a little too transparent at times.
I like how on my overlay, you can't really tell. There's just like a logo for a microphone company just kind of floating like halfway up on the right side of the fucking, that's pretty good actually. Like they haven't given me any money, but yes, Shure is a very, you could buy very good microphones from them.
But yeah, back to what I was talking about the dopamine levels. Yeah, that's something that I had a takeaway from that one time that I was in the lifeboat. And that made me, I'm glad that I did, because it made me understand how people can be helped, and they help each other. And it was a health, I guess, it probably was a good thing until it wasn't. And like, I just think that people need to be informed, and they hopefully.
I think like a lot of people need to shut the fuck up. Like, and I might be one of them. Like, I'm not like excluding myself from this category. I think a lot of us talk too much. It's okay, but I think people just talk too much.
Either leave or protect themselves. So, Kate's like, people lie to themselves. If you repeat it enough, you believe it, but doesn't make it true. Yep. I see so much deflection. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Doug. There's a difference. You are informing and not peddling sussing crap. I hope.
No, you're doing like exactly what I'm doing, except I'm better at it than you, but less people watch me. No, it's disgusting crap. We're peddling in fucking tabloid ass drama sometimes here because it's funny.
I hope not.
The lack of self-awareness of all of these people. It's just stunning sometimes. Like, we all don't want to believe that we have certain flaws that we have. Sure. Like, that's like a natural human thing, right? We all don't, whatever. I'm going to throw my flaws at me in chat. Sure, it's fine. I don't want to believe whatever those are, but like, this is the lack of self-awareness in this community more broadly is sometimes amazing. It would be like me being like, hey, you know what you should never do is drink or smoke weed on your stream.
If I ever do, I want you to tell me. I'm trying not to. I
think people have tried to do what. I don't even remember what she was saying that it was, but I bet people tried to tell her, and then she fucking maybe read their home address on her show the next day. I don't know.
I don't think like that. I'm not trying to like, oh, what can I get out of people today? That's not. Yeah.
I'm sometimes thinking about what I can get out of other people. As soon as I figured out they want something from me and I don't know them.
Not my thing.
That's business, baby.
Oh, nice. I plan on returning for good around the end of July. One-way trip. Awesome. I can't wait.
All right. Who's that?
That is awesome. Sharing with Shannon, why isn't Reese's channel restricted to over 18? She talks about adult things all the time. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I don't know either.
Most channels like mine is every time I do.
You know what kind of fucking restrictions are on time for Tinfoil's Twitch channel? Does anybody hear? Rhizome. What kind of alerts come up when you join Rhizome's channel for the first time? Does anyone here even think about these things? When you go to Dustin's channel, which lately is like, argue with me about politics and then a phone number, what kind of alerts does it give you before you join that? Does anyone know any of this? How could you know any of this? And why would you care about any of this?
A video, it says, is this for kids?
Oh, you're a VIP. Fuck yeah, Carl. Hell yeah. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make you a VIP here.
None of mine. Even if I wasn't to like swear or do anything, the whole nature of this is not for kids. And if you do put it for kids, you can't have a chat. You can't, or comments. I think it erases it, like shuts down the chat and the comments, which totally makes sense because you don't want little kids interacting with strange adults on the internet. But I'm not sure how that works.
If you let your kids loose on the internet, they're going to interact with strange adults. What you don't want them interacting with is dangerous adults. Because to some extent, the people here that hang out here regularly on the Twitch channel, like we all claim to be adults for the most part. And most of us are a little strange, but we're not dangerous.
I think parents should be able to put in controls and, yeah, not sure. Clipping father.
Oh, does she homeschool her kids? Oh, her kids are
I've
20.
learned to hate words like but, as in I'm not going to keep mentioning him, but yeah, I've heard that a lot lately.
Lady, they were talking to you. That's what you've been doing.
I'm sure I'm probably guilty of it too, but
yeah, you've been doing that. Like that's actually sort of the vibe that we've gotten. I'm not going to say anybody's name or talk bad about anybody. However,
for the most part, I'm usually like, that's it. I'm naming names because why be vague? Because don't even say it. Like it's funny when
there's no conflict here. She's like, oh, should you be vague? Should you not? No, if you know who the fuck somebody is, just say their name. If you're talking about what they did or a thing they're involved in, just fucking say their name. There's no conflict here.
hear people just go on and on and on about how they're not going to talk about drama while talking about not talking about drama. How about just
this is crazy. What do you mean while they're talking about not talking about? Well,
don't even say it. Like, it's funny when I hear people just go on and on and on about how they're not going to talk about drama while talking about not talking about drama. How about just
this is insane because we're just talking about whatever we're talking about here. And if you don't like it, there's plenty of more popular channels to go to. What does anyone do what she's doing right here? We're like, I don't want to talk about the drama, but we're talking about the drama, but don't worry, we're not drama and we're not. No, just talk about the thing you're talking about and then fucking move on to the next thing.
Not talking about it at all. Right, Mischief? She's like, yeah, I think that's like a form of virtue signaling sometimes. But I'm not going to judge. But.
The rant that you just went on that I kept interrupting seemed a little judgmental to me.
Hey, Poet, good to see you. Glad you're here. Oh, Anna, you were on the OSA list. Oh, that's funny. I forgot about that. I forgot all about that. Let me go down here.
She got like what she got
hey,
like,
Raquel,
listed by
so
OSA.
Much. I don't think I said thank you yet. Thank you so much for gifting a membership. Appreciate that. Oh my God, you crochet? Oh, I think you said that yesterday.
She said that. You didn't say that. She said that like 153 hours ago, the last time you read one of her chats, actually.
Yesterday. Yeah, send me an email, coffeecultsandcrafts@gmail.com. I'd love to see it. Yeah, sometimes I've been a little bit, I don't know, I've been a little bit some kind of way this week.
I'm always in some kind of way.
I sometimes will come in and crochet, especially if it's something I don't have to count. Like,
I'm like very upset. My crochet kit, otherwise my DJ equipment, it's all in a bag.
If I'm doing a panel on these, and not that kind of panel.
Oh, not a panel? Oh, I'd love to come on your panel.
And I'm just going back and forth. You know how it is. Like the
anti-Scientology community needs to go full Twitch panel where you got Gay Dave and fucking Tony Ortega, Karen De La Carriere, fucking No Show Nora, Aaron Smith-Levin, Leah Remini, Chris Shelton, the angry gay pope. Yo, we need like a full-on like a Brady Bunch ass panel.
If I'm, doing like the flames or something, then I have to count. So it's hard to do. Thank you, Asen. You can admit when you mess up. RNT are not capable of that. They're digging their heels. Yeah.
Yeah, like everybody else is incapable of admitting when they're wrong. I'm just never wrong, so it doesn't apply to me.
I think self-reflection is very important. And it also just, it models good behavior. And for my own kids, I want, even though they're in their 20s, I still want to.
No, leave them alone. If they're doing okay right now, friend, you are not helping. Invite them to Thanksgiving and Christmas and take them out to dinner on their birthday. But otherwise, friend, if your kids that are in their 20s are doing okay without you, friend, leave them alone. Let them invite you to things.
Be modeling healthy behavior, and hopefully I make mistakes, but hopefully they get something from having me as a mom. That's my, even now I feel like.
I wonder if her kids make fun of her YouTube presence. This is like a little bit like in places I don't like going, but I'd like you to think about that. If you were 23 years old and this was your mom, just think about the person you were at 23 years old.
And being a good friend and being a good person. Miss B has one, yes. A dumpster fire on my work.
Miss B.
Yeah, I made one for my husband's. He's a real estate agent and his broker.
Of course your husband. Oh, I'm actually surprised you're not a real estate agent.
had this like grab bag thing for Christmas for his corporate party, and she got the dumpster fire, and she was like, "This is perfect." So sometimes she'll be like, "Yeah, I'm squishing my dumpster fire today," because I try to make it squishy, so it's like a stress ball.
What?
So, Shanty, informed consent. Yes. Yeah. What?
Oh man, somebody was like, did somebody call me and your name is full of like consonants and vowels? I can't possibly read your name. Nobody called you, but we're glad you're here.
Shut it, Doug. That's gonna be fun. I hope you're in Susie's chat. Susie's chat's really fun.
Who's Susie? No, we gotta fucking remember somebody else. There's all these fucking people. Like there's nobody in Scientology anymore. There's all these fucking people in the anti-Scientology community who apparently, what the fuck? Why are there no Scientologists and just so many goddamn people in the anti-Scientology community?
Honest people don't expect others to be dishonest. Yeah, Duncan says like a thief knows a thief, so it's like somebody who's always really paranoid and really like thinking that everybody's gonna steal from them. I mean, there's a balance, right? Being too trusting, that's not good too, but just being like having your eyes.
I'm glad she's figuring this out. She's like my age. She's like, you want to trust people sometimes, but maybe don't trust them too much. I think she's my age, and I'm glad she's figuring this out right now. She used to be in a cult. It's not that she's stupid. It's that she used to be in a cult, and I don't know. It's not her fault.
Ears open, but not being so paranoid and suspicious. Then, yeah, a balance, right? That's what we all strive for in this world, you know. All right, I am going to try to catch up. I will go back and read a lot of these comments, but we are so behind.
Are people leaving?
So I'm gonna, because I want to wrap up before.
Me too, actually. I could make a sandwich.
I'm going to make sure my mods watch my stream. Oh,
yeah, me too, actually. If you moderate the channel and you don't watch the stream. Wait, I would never know that. If you're a mod here, how would you know if the other mods are watching the channel? How would anybody ever know any of this? This is crazy. This part of this is fucking crazy. It's like a couple levels down from the people who are doing the videos. Just trying to find out who's watching who else's channel. It's bonkers. Like, friendo, curiouser and curiouser, when you visit the Bay, I would like to have lunch with you. But it never occurred to me to, like, I don't know, if you're watching Twitch at fucking 3 PM, for me to care who the fuck you're watching. This is wild. They're worried about who some random viewer is watching. And I don't mean to like, no, it shouldn't matter here. Yeah, if like a random person that's watching my Twitch channel is watching some other Twitch channel or another YouTube channel or listening to some fucking podcast on Spotify, why would I care about that? This is worse than Scientology.
Oh, what happened? I missed that. Alan, yeah, he promised to sell the ring to pay me back and never happened, nor did I ever see the ring.
At least in Scientology, you have to like physically do something. In these people's world, you just have to like be tuned into a YouTube channel.
So he never even sent you a picture then, I assume. Okay. Yeah. And that's why I would ask for a picture. But if he's heated and calling people names, and it's not a good, you
don't ship post, otherwise Marilyn will send the fucking snipers after you.
That's probably not going to happen. super stormy day. Thank you so much for being a member for 3 months. Appreciate that. And thank you so much for the super sticker. And
what is a super sticker? Can someone send me a super sticker? That won't.
Appreciate you so much.
If somebody sends me a super sticker, that doesn't mean I know what it is.
I love having all these new cubs. Aw, Joel. Thank you, Joel. I think if Marilyn has a daughter, I always give my kids money. Not sure. It seems to be a lot. You don't have to, but I appreciate everything. And
if one of you said, like, Dave is like my child, so I give him money, I'd be like, keep giving me money and never say that again.
Like, again, I tell people, please, if you can't afford it, there's absolutely no obligation whatsoever. Yep.
No purchase
mental
necessary.
block. I like that. I get those a lot. I usually listen and don't comment, but really enjoy your channel. You did a great job yesterday.
Me too.
I love when people come out and say, you know, I've been lurking for months and I
can't do this anymore. Friends, we're gonna raid somebody. I think somebody said a minute ago to raid somebody. We're right. We're gonna raid somebody. I have like a whole ass news show to do tomorrow. So friends on Twitch, like who's live? More importantly, who's live? Who has, yikes, only 33 viewers? Who has 33 viewers? Redolent Thought has more than 33 viewers, I think. I feel like. The media watch keeps telling me to keep talking until we raid somebody, but I don't think I'm going to do that tonight. So we've got what's the longest Satabria song? Ooh, this is a good song. Ooh, this is Poison on the Moon. It's by Satabria. Oh, fucking Redolent Thought has 40 viewers. We can reach for the stars. That's actually correct. We're going to raid Redolent Thought. Thanks everybody for hanging out, and anybody new on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll be back tomorrow night for our boring ass news show. It'll be the Plex. It's always out of focus, constantly on point. And Twitch viewers, you're clearly going to Redolent Thoughts channel. There's some chance I may show up there as a guest or whatever. Bye.
Kiss the sun, 'cause you are the one. Come take my hand, and you'll understand. I kiss the sun. There's no